ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Kilo 7 Tango Victor, request to land. This is Detroit Tower. You are clear for landing. Have a great night.
Each win is precious. Our mission is the Super Bowl. It's the 3-1-3 on Monday night. It's on.
Time to be big! Welcome to Detroit!
We scrap it. Clashes, blitzes, all action. Run past photo finish with no caption. Mano, e-mano, so what's happening? Let's get it cracking. I'm in the trenches, stomping the yard. I came, I seen, I start, I rain, I ball hard. Hit it.
Walks downfield, got it. He just won't go down. Touchdown. Whoa! Touchdown! Unbelievable! That just gets us ready week in and week out. Here at Ford Field, they are charged up and ready to watch 2-1 Lions take on 3-0 Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football tonight. For Seattle, their new head man is Mike Macdonald. 37 years old, but he's got that old soul quality to him. He's kind of an old style football coach too, and what a job he did with the Ravens for 2 years as their defensive coordinator. A year prior to that was the DC for Jim Harbaugh, about a little less than an hour west of here in Ann Arbor for the Michigan Wolverines. And then on the other side, you've got Dan Campbell. It has happened fast. I mean, it's only his fourth year. With the way he and they have turned it around, great player evaluation, stability at the coordinator spots, and a quarterback, running back, offensive line, defensive presence that they have. No wonder they ended up in last year's NFC Championship game. Lions won the toss, and they said, we're going to take the ball.
Not something you see a lot of from Dan Campbell. First time this year that they've won the toss, they've elected to take the ball, and over the course of his time as the head coach, just very few times. So he wants the ball in his offense's hands and see if they can do something with it against this defense you talk about with Mike Macdonald.
Only the sixth time he's done it in his 4 years as head coach. This is Khalif Raymond. Will not get to the 30-yard line. And Jared Goff will head to work. By his own admission, he told us we've had good moments, but it's been below our standards. There are his season numbers, more interceptions than touchdowns. He told Lisa in that quick interview that he wants to protect the football. That is first and foremost, but he's got a lot of talent around him. They start the night with David Montgomery at tailback. Parker Hesse in the backfield with him. Goff keeps. Underneath, he completes, and a good tackle is made by Devin Witherspoon as Sam Laporta is brought down with a gain of 1. And as we look at the lineup, the backs and receivers for Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator, who was a hot head coaching candidate this past offseason. There's the offensive line. And they've got Glasgow at center with Ragnow out with a partially torn pec.
See that reaction by offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. He was expecting a lot more out of that first play of the game.
Here is Montgomery. And a third down coming up. This is the down that Mike Macdonald features with his defense and what the Lions really were hoping to stay out of. Third and medium to third and long. They're missing a lot of guys, but Mike told us that doesn't bother me. If we can get to third down, we can get after them. We may have to blitz more than we usually do. And his best player on defense is that young man, Devin Witherspoon.
Vanilla. Come on, set. Hey, kill. Blow Ringo. Come on, set.
Third down and 6. Goff scanning, in trouble, and sacked. Jarran Reed. And a big loss on third down and 6, trying to protect the football. Did not let it fly, and a loss of 14. It's 3 and out.
Well, they're running a 4-man rush, but they man up on the outside, but yet they drop people underneath. So Jared Goff initially feels like he's going to get a shallow crosser he's going to get the ball to, but there was a defender that drops underneath that, and everyone else just really good coverage across the board. I like this secondary for Seattle. And right on cue, Joe, they get to Goff and sack him on the first third down of the game.
Here's the punt from Jack Fox, reigning NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Flag flies on the return by D. Williams. So we have our first flag of the night, and we'll get a chance to hear from Alex Kemp. By the way, Jarran Reed gave a little Michael Bennett hip thrust after the sack, which we saw week after week over the years.
Holding. Receiving team number 22. It's a 10-yard penalty. Seattle keeps the ball. First down.
That's Trey Brown, who is guilty of the hold, so that will march the football backward. But for the defense on the road, undermanned, all the injuries, there's the infraction. That was a nice start for the Seahawks on defense.
No, it's a great start, especially considering the fact that, as we mentioned, Dan Campbell elects to take the ball. Now you force a 3 and out. You get a sack there on third down. As an offense, you're expecting to have really good field position, but with that penalty on Trey Brown, it backs them up.
Out of the shotgun, Geno protected, sideline, Metcalf. Come on, did he catch that? He did. What a throw and what a catch by DK Metcalf, working on Carlton Davis, a gain of 20.
Yeah, that ball just simply could not be put anywhere else. Carlton Davis, a veteran corner, he's right there expecting the throw. He's anticipating the throw, and because he put it right out on the sidelines, DK Metcalf makes a heck of a play.
DK 6'4", 235. Working on the 6'1", 202-pound corner. Blitz off the edge from Anzalone, and this one for DK, that back shoulder throw, and Geno ends up on the turf. It's incomplete. Here's that catch by Metcalf.
Yeah, he's just so big and physical, and you can put it just anywhere in the vicinity, and he's got great body control, as you see. Now, they moved DK Metcalf on that last play. They put him in the slot. Carlton Davis went with him to the slot. So not anticipating that's going to continue throughout this game, but at least on the first 2 plays, he was on him.
Here is a toss to Walker. Missed the last 2 games, and he's wrapped up with a loss on the play. Joseph was there with Jack Campbell and a loss of 2.
Yeah, well, Anzalone, he comes through, and once he's able to get through, it just gets strung out a lot more than what Kenneth Walker wanted. That's the hole right where, excuse me, that was Jack Campbell that came up. If Jack Campbell is not there, then that's right where Walker was going to hit it, but Campbell hits it downhill and sniffs it out.
Here's DK over the middle. Short of first down yardage to the 49. It's 4th down. And Malcolm Rodriguez, who will get even more playing time with the injury to Derek Barnes, made that tackle. And the punt team comes on for Seattle.
Yeah, kind of a decision there for Mike McDonald as far as what he wanted to do. The ball at midfield, 4th and 4. He's going to play his defense, not surprising. As much confidence as he has in his scheme and what he's capable of doing.
I will say this, if the decision was for the other head coach,
It would not be a decision, right?
he'd be going for it. Dixon to punt. Raymond with a fair catch. Back at the 7. Well, not a good start. First time they had it, but we got a long way to go. Early on in Detroit, no score.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
At Verizon, every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. Wow, phones are going to be flying to Verizon.
At Verizon, new and existing customers can get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Trade in any phone in any condition. Only on Verizon.
You're going down today.
It's gonna hurt.
Hey, how about we come over there with some ice cold Coronas and you share some of that barbecue?
That sounds lovely.
Let's go meet the neighbors. Starving. Guys cool with ribs?
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th with exclusive savings just for Prime members. You'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
At the UPS store, we offer a lot because running a small business takes a lot. That's why we're the Help Protect Your Privacy store and the Give Your Business a Real Street Address store. So while you're juggling everything else like the boss you are, we're the extra pair of hands store. You can count on us as the shredding and mailboxing, anything and everything to keep you going store. Visit the upsstore.com/save and get 3 months of free mailbox services today.
How does the know-it-all know it all? With NFL Red Zone on NFL Plus Premium, he watches 7 hours of nonstop football action.
Hey son, what's my opinion on the NFC North?
Be a football know-it-all with NFL Plus Premium.
Well, if you look at what's transpired for the Seahawks, have gone from Pete Carroll, oldest head coach in the NFL, and my God, he's got to be sick of hearing that, and gone to Mike McDonald, who is now the youngest head coach in the NFL, unseating Sean McVay, who had a 7-year run as the youngest head coach in the NFL. There's Mike. Pete Carroll, 14 years a head coach in Seattle, 10 times in the playoffs, back-to-back Super Bowls, got him their first Lombardi. A legend after becoming a legend at USC, and now back teaching at USC as David Montgomery carries for 11 and gets a first down.
Well, you mentioned the fact that Frank Ragnow is out and Graham Glasgow then makes the start at center. So they bring in Coyote Awashika at left guard, and on that run, he makes an outstanding block there at the left guard position.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery, and I'll say this about Ben Johnson, Troy. This is one offensive coordinator that if he starts to sniff success in the run game, doesn't get bored with it and will ride it as he did in the overtime win week 1 here against the Rams.
Week 1, and then in week 2 when they played Tampa Bay, they started throwing the ball 55 times. They threw the ball and really got away from who they are, and they were never down more than one possession. And then last week they got right back to what they do best, running the football with over 40 rush attempts.
Now they play action. Pressure and a completion to Williams. Jamison Williams on a good throw from Jared Goff under heavy pressure for 10.
Well, that's pretty good by Jared Goff. He does a little twirl there in the backfield and is able to find Jamison Williams right there in the middle of the field. So they've definitely gotten after Goff in the pocket. They've disrupted the timing. He hangs in there and keeps his eyes down the field, finds Williamson for a big game.
On first down over the middle, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Short game. Able to pick up 4 as Tyrese Knight who is a rookie 4th-round pick from Texas, El Paso. One of the guys that's going to be called on to do more with the injuries to Mafe. And Nwosu's not ready still. Jerome Baker is not available. A nice tackle after a gain of 4. Play action again. Great protection. Pass caught. First down, St. Brown. 18 yards from Jared Goff.
The play action game, you get the running game going a little bit, and this is what this offense is built on. Then the play action, you got Jamison Williams, he clears out, he goes through the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he comes off of that with those 2 routes and runs the dig route, creates a little separation. He's awfully competitive, an excellent route runner, and that's Jared Goff's go-to guy.
Here's Montgomery right up the gut. And a gain of about 8. Got a good block from Parker Hesse.
Well, they run the inside zone here, as you're going to see, and how that hole opens up right in the middle of the field. I mean, that's pretty nice. There's been a few holes now we've seen here in the early going for this Lions offensive attack.
They marked him with a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Hey, 48. 48. 180.
Back to it, bouncing it. First down plus. Montgomery. They've got 2 good backs. They've got a good offensive line, and they can ride it when they need to. A gain of 12.
Well, you see this side right here. First of all, Sam Laporta, he kind of seals the edge, and then Tim Patrick, as a wide receiver, he gets out there, and he makes a nice block as well on Reek Woolen, which allows Montgomery then to get on the edge. If you're going to run the ball, we say it a lot when you get into these games where teams like to run the football. If you're going to run it successfully the way that the Lions want to and they have over the years with Ben Johnson as their coordinator, you better have receivers that are involved in the run game.
Here's one dropped off, short gain, and an immediate tackle as Brock Wright makes that catch, his 6th of the season. And Julian Love, who's a guy who can play all over for Mike McDonald in this Seattle defense, made a good tackle.
You know, Brock Wright, he's not a guy who typically catches a lot of footballs. He has 5 receptions coming into this game on the year. All 5 were last week in that win against Arizona. And here already in the first quarter, he gets another one thrown his way.
Laporte is fine with the ankle that he sprained mildly at Arizona. Here's Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs. First and goal at the 4.
Taylor Decker and Awashika, the left tackle and left guard. Watch the movement that they get. They go 2 tight ends on the other side, and they're able to clear it out. I mean, he's at the safety level before there's even contact.
20-yard carry for Gibbs. Montgomery back in.
Hey, come here. You got these 2. Out here, out here, out here. 180. What's that?
Montgomery stood up at the 3. 2nd and goal. Montgomery has had 6 straight games with a rushing touchdown, and when they get down here, he is hard to keep out of the end zone.
Well, this is where they've just simply not been as good. Last year, they were 3rd in the NFL converting down here in the red zone to touchdowns. This year, they're near the bottom of the league. They were a big reason for that, Joe, was against Tampa Bay. They were just 1 for 7. Last week, much better, 2 for 2 against Arizona. But they've just taken the ball and just run it right down Seattle's throat on this drive.
Back to it, Montgomery. To the 1. They're over 50 yards rushing on this possession are the Lions, and they are 1 yard away From trying to cash in, it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, 3rd and goal, and man, I would, Dan Campbell's your head coach. I would give it to him again. I'd just say 3rd down, 4th down, we're going to run the football. This is a 92-yard drive that they're approaching, and pretty impressive what they've done.
Dan Skipper reported as eligible, big number 70 on the end of the line.
180. What's that?
Yep. And in for the touchdown, Montgomery.
Well, that's just all Montgomery because Dodson is right there, the linebacker. He feels the hole. Yep, he's in. He's in. That's just a great job by David Montgomery. The contact is behind the line of scrimmage. He just keeps his legs churning, and that's the things that he does. He did it in Chicago. We saw it last year with the Lions. He is tough to get to the ground, and he capitalizes.
There's the drive. Extra point is good. Bates missed one at Arizona last week on that drive. 58 rush yards on the 93-yard drive. Montgomery takes it in. Lions up 7.
Did you pay the Apple Card like I asked?
Oh, no, you forgot. Do it quick, the neighbor's watching. Oh, wow, that was fast.
Yeah, a while ago.
He did it.
You guys are making this work.
With Bud Light, it's easy to watch NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV.
Right? It's not for everybody, right? Marriage is not for everybody, but...
Visit BudLight.com for a chance to win.
I'm so happy, right? Everybody, cheers.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff while I'm here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off all menu price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now? Right now.
50% off, honey, right now!
Now through the end of the week, get 50% off all menu price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
Millions took to the high seas for the exciting premiere, and Thursday will make your heart race.
I've got no pulse.
Defib, now. Stay with me.
Dr. Odyssey, new Thursday on ABC.
ESPN Bet has seen green, Steven's A-list. Why can't I have a cool sounding featured bet?
Like what?
Molly's matchups.
I don't love it.
Molly's money lines. They call me the queen of money lines.
Do they call you that?
They should.
Mad Dogs, dogs. Mad Dogs, dogs.
I get it. It's no Steven's A-list.
Get exclusive talent markets and up to $1,000 in bonus bets with the first bet reset on ESPN Bet.
Well, what you got, Geno Smith, by way of an answer. Defense is trying to figure out answers after a 93-yard drive by the Lions. There are the numbers for Geno. The last 2 seasons against Detroit, these have been typically very high-scoring games. Last year, a 37-31 win for Geno and the Seahawks here, week 2 in overtime. Tonight, Detroit on the board first. Second possession for the Seahawks is going to start at the 30. Offensive coordinator is Ryan Grubb. Put up big numbers at the University of Washington. He's got his top back, Kenneth Walker, back in the lineup. And here is the offensive line with Stone Forsythe, who's in essence, if you want to go there, the third string starting right tackle, but he's played well.
He's done a good job, and I would go there. Abe Lucas, and he hasn't played at all, coming off that knee injury from last year. And then, of course, they had George Fant, who just got put on IR this week.
Quick throw. Jackson Smith and Jigba Well played by the Lions defense, a gain of a couple.
And you mentioned Ryan Grubb. That's what we've seen a lot of from this Seattle offense, is a lot of the quick passing by Geno Smith. If he likes the numbers on the outside as opposed to running the ball, they've got options at the line of scrimmage. But we've seen Geno getting the ball out of his hands a lot quicker this year with this new offense under Ryan Grubb than we did with Shane Waldron.
They've been doing a lot of this. Get up to the line of scrimmage early, make the defense declare. Throw to Lockett is broken up with perfect coverage on the play by the rookie Terrion Arnold, their first-round pick from Alabama.
Yeah, Terrion Arnold, now this is what he did well in college. He was a good press corner. That's sticky coverage, and Lions fans know that he's a good player. He's gotten a little handsy. He's had a lot of penalties. I would think Seattle will take him deep if he's going to play that aggressive.
It's now 3rd down and 8. Pass is caught. Smith and Jigba out of bounds with a first down. A nice connection with a guy Geno Smith calls his little brother.
Well, if you're going to face this Detroit defense, you better have some man beaters, because that's what Aaron Glenn wants to do. Here's the combo. They put trips to the field, and you see how the way that they are able to release those receivers, it's hard then in man coverage. You end up getting picked off. It's what opens up in Smith and Jigba to pick up that first down.
Fake toss. They've still run it only once, and there's Jake Bobo. Just his 3rd catch of the young season, a gain of 11. He is a big-bodied target, 6'4", 211.
Yeah, you're going to see Jake Bobo right here, number 19. He gets into that next window, and Geno, he hangs in there and waits on him. And that is one thing that Geno Smith will do. He'll hang in the pocket until the last minute to deliver the football. Bobo doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities in the passing game, but he makes a nice play.
Sideline shot again, and that is a one-handed, one-armed grab by DK Metcalf. And you see the flags come in at the end of the play. Carlton Davis was out there defending. Right now, a gain of 8. And it's 2 fouls, 1 on each side. An eligible man downfield, and then pass interference on the defense.
There were fouls by both teams. Ineligible downfield, number 63. Pass interference, defense number 23. They offset. Replay first down.
I think they meant 67, Joe. 63 is a rookie who's not active tonight. I think it was on Charles Cross, the left tackle. But we've seen that more and more. Boy, there was a time. Here's 67. Yeah, he's downfield, clearly. They got the wrong guy. But boy, these officials, they are not letting that one slide anymore.
See it a couple times a week. First down. Metcalf, perfect throw. And DK, ball's out, fighting for extra yards. Returned by Davis. Down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 15. Doing everything he could to get extra yardage, and out comes the football. It looked like before the right knee came down as Jack Campbell knocked it out.
Yeah, it sure did. Jack Campbell, good things happen around the football, and Campbell continues to play and ends up making the hit that knocks the ball loose. Carlton Davis right there to pick it up. A big turn of events here for the Detroit Lions.
Well, we'll save that with the effort by Kenneth Walker to get back downfield and save the touchdown. They've marked the ball at the 14-yard line. See if the Seahawks can get a stop. That was a 54-yard return by Davis.
They're trying to get the chain set up before the snap. They're sprinting down there.
Here's Gibbs, well played by Seattle. A gain of 1, and Jonathan Hankins, who's from Detroit, has about 20 tickets and passes he had to find for family and friends, made that stop.
Well, we came on the air, Joe, talking about this Detroit defense and how through 3 games they've kind of been the story. You know, they've often been overlooked, and rightfully so, by this offense and how good they have been. But the defense in 2024 has been the story, and they come up with another big play.
Time running out. Pass is complete. That's right, and that sets up 1st and goal at the end of quarter number 1. 10 yards to Brock Wright, his 2nd catch, as the Lions try and, make that turnover turn into 7. Dan Campbell flexing with a 7-0 lead.
And a pinch higher. It's just uneven. To the right and up.
Right and up?
Oh, that's good.
This is good then.
Wait, no.
My shoulder's acting up. My shoulder's acting up again.
Dobbs?
I got you.
If only there were backups in real life. But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
Honestly, you should have put him in earlier.
The ultimate bundle just keeps getting better.
Join me.
I am back, baby. I'll be holding the shots. It's just the beginning. The Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. We bring heirloom corn products from Mexico to every kitchen. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. With no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to meet my business needs. And I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products, like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet?
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey, and how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Week 5 kicks off with Thursday Night Football starting at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
ESPN's Monday Night Football brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect the stuff you love with Renters Insurance. Visit Progressive.com. How about this little note? No touchdowns allowed by the Seahawks defense on a possession following a turnover in their last 22 games. Longest streak since 1978. But it's 1st and goal for Detroit after the fumble by Metcalf.
Even last week, Geno Smith threw an interception, gave him the ball 1st and goal at the 6-yard line, and they held him to 3 points. So this defense has been stout down here.
Handoff to Gibbs, a walk-in touchdown. And the two-headed monster with a hug. Montgomery, Gibbs, man, they're good back there, and they each have a touchdown.
Coyote Awashika, the starting left guard tonight, because of the shuffling of the offensive line, makes the key block. Just an excellent job getting pushed, and Gibbs reads it, comes off the block, and scores.
And the extra point. First one was iffy. Second one is iffy, but good again. And it's a 14-0 game as the Seahawks have the fumble with DK Metcalf. The return of officially 49 yards by Carlton Davis, and Gibbs takes it in. More after this from our ABC stations.
Hulu Plus Live TV has over 95 channels.
Yes! Tap into that surprise!
Live news, local channels. You got this.
Together, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, all in one plan. Wow!
Tuesday night, with just weeks to go until Election Day, watch the vice presidential debate live on ABC. The night starts with the ABC News special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the ABC News political team. Tuesday night on ABC.
This crowd is ready. You ready, partner?
Yeah, let's go.
Live can't miss NFL games.
What a catch!
An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup.
Touchdown, LA!
Plus, NFL primetime. You can't get anywhere else.
He could go all the way.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Sign up now.
Let's tell the freaking world.
One of my students is ringworm.
Ringworm.
No, get back. Cancel classes. Burn Abbott down. Hello, Miss Teagues.
Hello, Mr. Eddie. Hope your day's going well. HR is here today, so if anyone has something they want to file, raise your hand. Not about me, about other things.
Make some noise.
These are the takeout menus I gave you.
Those were suggestions that we should go out to dinner. You're sick.
Write that down.
Come on. Whoa.
Lions have scored 2 touchdowns in 3 minutes and 13 seconds. And Troy, the offensive line, controlling the game without their Pro Bowl center, Frank Ragnow.
Yeah, they've looked awfully good. And we talked about Coyote Awashika getting the start. He started the NFC Championship game last year, and he did a nice job. And I know that Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson, everybody was very confident that he would come in and play well tonight, and he really has. He's made some key blocks.
Well, it's a 14-0 game. Seahawks had a little something going last time they had it, but with DK fighting for extra yardage, he coughed up the football, and here comes Geno Smith, who came into this game completing passes at 75%, off to a really good start. He's been a Pro Bowl quarterback each of the last 2 years.
A lot of the quick passing is why his completion percentage is as high as it is. I go back to how aggressive Detroit has been. I would expect Geno to start trying to take advantage of some of those looks.
Just the second run of the ball game for Seattle. It's Walker over the left side getting 3. It was an oblique injury late in week 1 against Denver, a game where he put up 103 yards on 20 carries. So back-to-back starts for Zach Charbonnet, who had a career-high 91 yards last week. There's Zach. They've got Walker back, and so far it's been number 9 out there for the Seahawks. 2nd and 7. Quick throw. Pass right through the hands of Pharaoh Brown. He was open. Geno Smith put it right on him, and it went right through his hands.
Couldn't tell if it was deflected or not, because Aiden Hutchinson maybe got a hand on him. Not quite sure. Nope. But I think that it got on Brown in a hurry, and he didn't even touch it really.
Well, these Seahawks need a couple of first downs to let their defense catch their breath. It's 3rd down and 7. Time runs out. Geno, nice pass. Out to his right, stopped and found Jackson Smith and Jigba for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he really does a nice job here. He's got a good feel you know, when they go zone here, where the holes are, he just sits it down. He does an excellent job. Another one of those Ohio State receivers that just was well coached in college and came on strong towards the end of last year and has done some good things this year as well. That's a good group they have, those top 3 wide receivers.
Smith lets it fly, and it's broken up. Strong coverage by Davis, and he's seen a lot of DK Metcalf tonight.
You see Carlton Davis, he's just sitting on it. You can tell he's just backpedaling. He's kind of on his heels a little bit, and he has been throughout this first half. He's just been sitting on these routes, and that's why I keep waiting for them. He ran a double move last week for 70-yard touchdown, and there's got to be one coming up soon if Carlton Davis is going to continue to play him as aggressively as he is.
This one floated for Brown. Short gain. Well played by this Lions defense. Anzalone and Pascal. And Josh Pascal getting his chance to do some more. 2nd round pick 2 years ago out of Kentucky, but they've lost Marcus Davenport with a torn triceps. He's on IR. And so Pascal, it's on him.
It is on him, and injuries have kind of derailed the start of his career. 2nd round pick in 2022. He's only got 2 career sacks, but they need him to step up opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. They've been looking for somebody. That's why they brought Davenport in to begin with.
He's on the sideline on 3rd down and 7. Geno with a flag down in the secondary. Geno is tripped up. Smith brought down by Anzalone, but a flag is down. And it's against Detroit.
I think they might get Detroit with the way they treated Metcalf.
Holding. Defense number 23. A 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Here's the penalty on Carlton Davis, and he's been getting physical with him. Like I pointed out, he's been sitting on some routes. The safety has got his eye on Metcalf, but he's been playing more in the middle of the field. So they've got Carlton Davis has been true one-on-one with DK Metcalf, and he has been aggressive with him.
9 of DK's 10 routes tonight have been against Carlton Davis, and they're lined up again. First down. Play action. Floated for Lockett, and he is out of bounds with a nice pickup on first down of 6. Pascal had pressure that time on Geno Smith.
With this defense for the Lions, they're playing with such good confidence right now that every bit that Seattle is trying to get, every yard, I mean, they're having to earn every bit of it.
Walker out of the backfield, flag down on the far side of the field. They're letting this play go for now. Walker's got a first down. He was brought down, but evidently wasn't down by contact, but a flag is down on the far side of the field.
I'd like to see that one again if he wasn't down.
Offside. Defense number 41. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
So there was a flip right here by Kenneth Walker on the body of Anzalone, and he didn't go down.
There's a lot going on there.
Twice.
I mean, that was a pretty good wrestling move that Anzalone puts on him, but you're right. He does not go down. Knees don't touch. And then he kind of brings in another WWE move right there.
Wow. And the result of the play is a first down. Here's Walker. And there's not any room out there to his right. A gain of 2. And Carlton Davis, who was the Lions player of the game, if you ask Aaron Glenn, for that win last week, is there. And they've really been happy with the way he's been willing to tackle as a corner.
Well, he comes from Tampa Bay. And, you play for Todd Bowles, kind of the same thing. You're not going to be on the field very long if you don't get involved in the run game and tackle. And Carlton Davis is a big physical corner. This is a little different style, this man coverage that he's having to play more of here in Detroit than what he did. More of a zone corner in Tampa Bay.
2nd down and 8. This one for Metcalf. He's got it. And touchdown. Perfect throw from Geno Smith. And then DK Metcalf somersaulted into the end zone. And a 30-yard touchdown as it stands now.
Well, here it is here, the matchup. Here's the safety. He's keeping his eyes on him, but yet he's not able to go influence it and give a true double because he's got to work over to that sideline. But just an outstanding release by Metcalf. Here's a look at the finish. And the elbow was down and the ball was short.
10:46.
The tackle by Joseph, and they have gone to replay assist. And they're going to mark him down just short of the end zone, but inside the 1. And with video assistance, it's 1st and goal instead of a touchdown for Metcalf. Walker did not get it. Geno has played a lot out of the shotgun this season. Not from under center. He was back there, handed to Walker, and he's just back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Well, Detroit just gets such pressure.
Now there's extra men on defense as flags fly, and we get a look at no room for Kenneth Walker.
Defense had 12 on the field. That's half the distance to the goal line, and replay 1st down.
And that player for Detroit is checking out. That's Pascal. And we're back to 1st and goal with the ball literally inches outside of the goal line. Here's Walker able to bounce it for the touchdown. No room inside, and so to the outside he went. And an impressive drive put together by the Seahawks.
Well, Aiden Hutchinson gets an amazing push right here, and you can see there's just nowhere then for Walker. I mean, he runs right into it, takes the blocker right back into Walker, and then he bounces it. But unfortunately for Detroit, nobody there to contain, and allows Walker to take the edge.
And the lead has been cut in half. Well, that was a nice response by Seattle. And like you said, they had to earn every yard going down the field. Walker earned the touchdown. From 1 yard out, 14-7.
This is you, and this is your powerful hunch. The kind of hunch that hits hard during the game.
The Eagles look strong.
And while the game moves fast, with FanDuel, you're faster.
This kicker doesn't miss.
With FanDuel, it's easier than ever to place your bet before the next play, so you won't let a hunch go to waste.
Touchdown!
And make every moment more.
Winner, winner, lobster dinner.
New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Nobody knew I existed. But look at all these people. Who do you think they see?
The real you.
Joker. Rated R.
Walmart deals are ready to drop. Shop October 8th through the 13th. And Walmart Plus members get early access to all the hot deals. Get ready to save big. Shop Walmart deals October 8th through the 13th.
Bundale. Save.
Doesn't that just say bundle and save?
Hey, Hutch. Less talky, more dancey.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's a two-night
celebration on Dancing with the Stars.
You have the groove.
Monday, it's Soul Train night.
Let's go. Tuesday, it's hair metal night.
Let it all hang down. Dancing's two-night event starts Monday, October 7th. Wakey, wakey, it's Sunday morning football. Watch live as Justin Jefferson leads the Vikings against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Jets-Vikings, Sunday, only on NFL Network.
Well, we've seen Carlton Davis man up on DK Metcalf here in this first half. Here was the big play on that last possession. Just an excellent release by DK Metcalf. And I've just got to believe that with that single coverage, that is going to be a tough matchup for Carlton Davis throughout this game. And you've got to believe that they're going to try to keep getting the ball to DK. And eventually, I got to believe the Lions have to give a little bit of help with some safety, which they've not done up to this point.
For more on DK, let's go down to Lisa Salters.
Yeah, Joe, back in 2018, when he was a sophomore at Ole Miss, DK Metcalf broke his neck in a game, was initially told he'd never be able to play again. He says he remembers lying in a hospital bed, not knowing what his future was going to be like. He describes his journey back to the field as a miracle and never has to look far for a reminder. On the inside of his right wrist, he's tattooed a series of numbers, his patient number from that time he spent in the hospital, Joe.
Yeah, so he had everything, I'm sure, thrown into question. It's why he slid down into the second round when he got picked. But what a pro he's been. Here's Amon-Ra St. Brown on first down, a completion for 8. And Tyrell Dodson, the former Buffalo Bill, is downfield to make the stop, but a good start to the drive for Goff.
Good start, and that time Mike McDonald brought 5 people on the rush, and Goff hangs in the pocket, does a good job.
Time runs out. That's Witherspoon in his face, and that is Laporta making the catch and the run after the catch, but a flag is down now in the secondary. A gain of 9 for the moment for Sam Laporta.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 50, a 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's Trevis Gibson who is guilty of the face mask, and that's 24 yards of field position with a catch and the penalty.
Well, they're going to come here, and then Gibson's going to drop out, and that's how they get the matchup with Gibson then out there on Sam Laporta. They're trying to give, which is what McDonald does, it's simulated pressures. They want to show that it's a blitz, but it was only a 4-man rush, and then Gibson kind of gets caught out there trying to cover a pretty talented tight end.
Who's off to a slow start after a big rookie season. Here's Gibbs. And Gibbs is good for 2. Just to show it to you, here's the face mask by Gibson. That added 15 yards to the end of that 9-yard catch and run.
You know, and Sam Laporta, he was questionable all week. He had an ankle injury in that game against Arizona and wasn't sure we were going to see him. And then talking with Jared Goff, he says, guy looks as healthy as I've ever seen him. You know, so he's moving around well.
Here's Gibbs bouncing it. First down plus. Love has to make the stop. Got a good block from tight end Brock Wright along the way.
Yeah, 2 tight ends. They go Brock Wright over here and then Sam Laporta, and the 2 of them, they do their job. They seal off the edge, and Gibbs is able to take it. So good in open space. It's a good combination that Detroit has between these 2 guys, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
6th rushing first down of the game for the Lions. 8 to go in the half. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And Witherspoon, who you love, comes off his guy to make that stop. This guy is as tough as anybody in the league.
He is an unbelievable player. We talk about corners. We mentioned Carlton Davis, how these guys like to tackle or will tackle. They're willing tacklers. This guy, Devin Witherspoon, he seeks contact. It is incredible how aggressive and how physical he is. He fights off the defender and is able to make a big-time play.
Jamison Williams could not hold his block at 2nd down and 7. Gibbs takes it down inside the 20. Third down coming up, a gain of 4. He's a guy who is from Pensacola, Florida, began playing football not until he was a junior in high school. All-American in Illinois, 5th overall pick, a Pro Bowler last year, and he plays all over.
He reminds me so much of Charles Woodson when he had his great years with the Green Bay Packers, and the closer he got to the ball, the better he was, and that's how Devin Witherspoon has been as well.
Goff keeps and now hits. First down, Laporta. With the ball sitting just outside the 5.
Here he is. You're going to see it's all about timing. So Laporta hangs in there and he sells that it's a run. Everybody then's trying to get underneath the crossers on behind him, and it opens up Laporta for an easy completion.
First time in almost 20 years the Lions have gone with the black jerseys. Their alternate uniforms, their alternate blue helmets, not used since the 50s. Offensively, they're rolling in these unis. First and goal. They moved it just outside the 5. Play action. Back of the end zone was open. Amon-Ra St. Brown down to the 1. A gain of 5.
It's such a good design because it looked like Jared Goff could have kept it. He doesn't run, but you're going to see Amon-Ra St. Brown come in, and he just kind of he initially is showing that he's blocking, and then he just sneaks there in the middle of the field. And there was never a doubt as to where Goff was going to go with the football. He had the edge. One of the things is a defense, you don't have to worry so much about Goff running. It's not something he does a lot of.
And now flags.
12 players on defense in formation. It's half the distance to the goal line. Second down.
Each side has gone 12 men on the field on defense, and now this moves the ball just outside the goal line. And big number 92, Quinton Bohanna, comes off the field, 6'4", 355. And the only question it feels like now is who's going to get it. Tailback is Gibbs. Takes the handoff and is in for the touchdown, his second of the night.
It's just good, tough running. Rayshon Jenkins, he's got a chance to get him, and he fills the hole, does a good job, but just good, tough running after contact to punch that in.
Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, will tell you he's got his run plays, and he doesn't care which back is in, and that includes down at the goal line.
And it includes the passing game as well. It's a nice luxury they have.
This a little better from Jake Bates, and it's a 14-point game again. Another good drive put together by Detroit. And we're back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
No flex, zone. No flex, zone. They know better. They know better. Wanna go, go flex.
It's necessary to share your sadness.
People keep asking me, are you 100% ready? But I'm not really.
Don't pressure yourself. When you are ready, let your heart decide.
This crowd is ready. You ready, partner?
Yeah, let's go. Live can't miss NFL games. An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup.
Touchdown, LA.
Plus, NFL Primetime, you can't get anywhere else.
He could go all the way.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Sign up now.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks, the stars, the exclusives, the comedy, and the best booth in the game.
Is that a new tie?
Sure is.
Welcome to a dynasty in the making, a sibling rivalry for the ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing?
Seriously?
These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
Let's take a look at our total replay brought to you by Taco Bell. Troy calls it good, tough running. Here's Montgomery getting hit at the 3, fights his way in. Moments ago, Jahmyr Gibbs. Rayshon Jenkins couldn't bring him down.
You know, you mentioned how these two guys are interchangeable, and a lot of people wouldn't really think that, but we just showed that they both run extremely tough. Gibbs is really tough between the tackles. He doesn't get credit for that, just as David Montgomery probably doesn't get the credit that he deserves for how good he is in space or out of the backfield as a receiver. But like you said, Ben Johnson likes both those guys, will play them both in any situation. It's a good tandem they have here.
Well, the Giants, the Lions GM Brad Holmes, what a job he's done. The rebuild starting in 2021. They trade for Goff in March. They add key pieces through the draft. Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now in 2022, they end up with Aiden Hutchinson and Jamison Williams. So we're building the truck. And then last year, first 4 picks, all key contributors: Gibbs, Campbell, Laporta, Branch. It's one clean, good truck. And here in Motown, they got a good thing going. Here's a catch by Charbonnet. A gain of 4. You just can't say enough for the job that Brad Holmes has done. He was always known as a very good talent evaluator in his years with the Rams. He's come here. He drafts the right kind of people along with very talented people.
And I think in addition to the people, the players that he's brought in, of course, that's the lifeline of any organization. But he's also the guy who hired Dan Campbell. And a lot of people kind of questioned that hire, especially the start that Dan got off to. 3-13 in his first year, 1-6 there to start the second year. But, man, it has been all upside ever since then.
2nd and 6. Pass complete. And again, more and more quick throws. Lockett for a first down, a gain of 8.
Well, the Lions run more base defense than any other defense in football, and they stayed base there even when Seattle is going with multiple wide receivers, and it kind of is a mismatch, and it opens up some throwing things for Geno.
Look out, Geno is set. Rodriguez coming off the edge. First of the year for Malcolm Rodriguez.
Well, Malcolm Rodriguez, they're still in their base defense with 3 linebackers. They bring Rodriguez, one of them, and nobody accounts for him, and Geno Smith doesn't see it.
Kind of became a darling with the coverage the Lions got on Hard Knocks a couple of years ago as a rookie, kind of a coach's favorite. And now with the injury to Derek Barnes, they're going to call on him more and more. 2nd and 16, timeout. First timeout of the half, either side. 14-point game. 2nd and long when we come back to Detroit.
All right, we got your home and auto bundled, and you saved hundreds.
Oh, that's nice with the economy and all.
Ooh.
What's the economy?
Where do we start?
What isn't the economy?
Yes.
Right.
It is, it's so many things.
Right.
Look, all you really need to know is that Progressive can save you money without sacrificing quality coverage. You follow?
I'll just look it up.
That went well.
Every season, we give it everything we have. We give our strength, We give our souls. We give up our comfort zones to make the other side uncomfortable. We give our passion. We even give his passion. Good boy. We give it all because that's how you win it all. It's in our blood. And now, we can give that too. This season, Abbott and Big Ten are pitting school against school in the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime to fight the largest blood shortage in a generation. Want your school to win? Then don't give up. Give blood.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
Millions took to the high seas for the exciting, scintillating premiere of Dr. Odyssey.
There! Come on.
And Thursday
Singles wing, strap in.
will make your heart race.
I've got no pulse.
Defib, now, stay with me.
Dr. Odyssey, new Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Next week, on Monday night, it's Week 5 in our matchup, Kansas City. And the Chiefs hosting New Orleans and the Saints, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. And ESPN Deportes with Peyton and Eli on ESPN2. It was a win, but a costly win for the Chiefs yesterday out in Inglewood as they lost Rashee Rice. No definitive word, but a torn ACL is the fear. It's 2nd down and 16 for Seattle. And Smith has to just throw it away. Here's the injury yesterday. The knee injury coming after getting hit by Patrick Mahomes, of all people, while both players were pursuing Chargers cornerback Christian Fulton during an interception return. Carted off the field, and that is a major, major piece for Patrick Mahomes. Not available. They don't have Hollywood Brown. They don't have Isaiah Pacheco. It's going to be a much different looking offense when we show up in Kansas City on Monday. Big game for Travis Kelce yesterday. His biggest of the year. Here's a little lateral to Charbonnet. That worked. First down, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba with a catch, and then threw on a lateral to Zach Charbonnet for 19 yards and a first down.
Well, that was executed well. We saw it last week by the Detroit Lions against Arizona that worked to perfection before the end of the half, and Seattle takes a page right out of their playbook here on 3rd and long. They went conservative, the Lions did. They only rushed 4. They played zone just to keep everything in front of them so they would force the 4th down, but just great execution and an excellent call by Ryan Grubb.
Charbonnet tries to throw a stiff arm, and there for the play is Terrion Arnold. Stands up to it in a gain of 2, but a strong tackle.
Well, you look at this now as we count down to the 2-minute warning. They're going to hurry up. I thought if they maybe might slow it down a little bit.
Seattle substituted, so they hold up play.
Yeah, they're going to let it run down, but they get the ball to start the second half as well. So this could be big if they're able to get points here before the half.
They're inside Detroit territory with 2 timeouts in their pocket in a 14-point game. Fun one in Detroit here at the end of Week 4. Lions up 21-7.
It's game day. Let's get them up.
Hey, Google, turn on the Heisman House.
I'm in the game.
Hey, Google, turn on the rookie alarm.
Rise and shine. Whoa! Nobody sleeps in on game day.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, that's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not going to beg, but pretty please.
Or they don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
This Catch of the Week is brought to you by Zevo, the #1 flying insect trap. Zevo is the effortless solution for catching flying insects everywhere in your home, 24 hours a day. Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence overthrew receiver Brian Thomas Jr. in the second quarter last Monday night. An eagerly waiting Damar Hamlin secured his first career interception, helping the Bills soar to a 47-10 win. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Coming up on the Allstate halftime, Ryan Clark and Jason Kelsey's first half reaction. Remembering Pete Rose, who passed away today. That's all coming up at the half. Complex man. Fascinating story. He used to answer his phone, "Hit King." You call him, he'd say, "Hit King." 4,256 hits to be exact. 17-time All-Star. And a man who agreed to a lifetime ban in 1989 after the MLB investigation. Found him to have placed numerous bets on the Reds to win in the mid-'80s. As Smith fires, this one, a flag is down. It was deflected downfield by Jack Campbell, and will check the penalty back near the line of scrimmage. And it is a
holding. Offense number 86, the 10-yard penalty, second down.
Well, while Noah Fant jogs off with his arm hanging, Farrell Brown is guilty of the hold.
Here's the hold on Farrell Brown, opposite of where that ball was thrown. Oh, he gets a hold of, Aiden Hutchinson, of course, is going to attract a lot of attention. He's been working both these tackles throughout this half, about equal amounts.
Second down and 18. Over the middle, Charbonnet. A race to the sideline, and he's back near the original line of scrimmage with a gain of 8. And Jalen Reeves-Maben out there to make the stop. It'll be 3rd and 10.
They're showing one-on-one down here at the bottom with Metcalf. You got the safety in the middle, and here's one-on-one if they want to take it.
Extra men on the rush. That's where they go. DK off his hands, incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down. Carlton Davis was down there for Detroit. And no connection for the first down.
It was a really good throw by Geno Smith. It looked like a tougher catch that DK Metcalf made it there in the first quarter. That ball was right there, and one that he typically will make. I mean, that's good ball placement by Geno Smith. And I tell you, Carlton Davis, he's earned his paycheck. Not that he doesn't every week, but man, he has been up to the task for the most part throughout this first half.
Khalif Raymond waiting for the punt from Dixon. Hauled in and off he goes. A little breathing room for the Lions, who lead by 14. They have 3 timeouts in 1:01 downtown Detroit. They are fired up about their Lions and their Tigers.
She worked her way up.
I had a summer job at McDonald's.
He was born there.
I'm very rich.
She fights for you.
When our middle class is strong, America is strong.
He doesn't.
Well, you're rich as hell. You're going to give me tax cut?
She has a reason for running.
We are helping dig families families out of debt by telling billionaires to pay their fair share.
And so does he.
They want to put me in jail.
Kamala Harris, for you. FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco. Make me go loco.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Chunky is beefy. 21 grams of protein in this bad boy. You can barely contain all this powerful meat. Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
Just because they're your second doesn't mean they won't come with their own firsts.
Tigger looked around.
Kohl's, where families come first.
Pause for the facts. Classic first-timers. They don't know that nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But Carfax shows how accidents impact price, so they don't have to overpay. Unpause.
Ooh, I make no accidents.
Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Dude, dog food in the fridge? It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies. Real weird. He was bad luck anyway.
61 seconds left in the half. Jared Goff has been phenomenal in the first half over the last two games. At Arizona and tonight, combine them 23 for 23 for 220 and 2 touchdowns.
And, you know, coming into the game, he talked to us about not having played up to his standards. He's had some interceptions, not good ones, by the way. You know, they were on him, but he has protected the football and he's been accurate.
Spins out. Flag on the play, and Gibbs out of bounds.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Holding number 68, holding number 58. That one's declined. The first one is declined. It's half the distance to the goal line, first down.
So 68, Decker, they go, and that doesn't count. Penei Sewell, this one's on you.
Yeah, that one's on you.
First 4 drives, they had that 3 and out. I guess because Decker's older and has been around longer, they just wipe his away.
Well, Penei Sewell, he's all world, so he can probably, he got a new deal. He can afford the penalty a little more.
Here is Raymond and Khalif, who's kind of slid into that third receiver role that they had for Josh Reynolds, is able to catch and run for 9. Got a good block from Amon-Ra St. Brown, who takes a lot of pride in his blocking.
Well, they're going at it. You know, they're backed up, under 40 seconds to play, and they're not taking the foot off the gas.
Here is a sack as Hall drags Goff to the ground. He's in the pocket, so there's no call for a horse collar tackle.
Quarterback was in the pocket. Quarterback was in the pocket. No horse collar is possible.
And Derek Hall, who had 2 sacks a week ago, gets a big one here.
Yeah, he really does. And just the length that he has, he's able to reach over and get a hold of him. That's the right non-call, as you mentioned, with the horse collar in the pocket.
And now Seattle uses their second timeout.
Yeah, hoping maybe they can get a shot. I was a little surprised. I know what Dan Campbell likes to do, and I know he's aggressive, but backed up the way that they were not content going in 14 points up.
Crowd doesn't like the call, but it's the proper call with no horse collar, and it's 3rd down and 16.
Well, and Jared Goff knows this. 3rd and 16, you just got to be smart with the ball.
They hand off to Gibbs. Seattle will use their final timeout, and with 22 seconds to go in the half, one last chance here potentially for the Seahawks, down 14. Well, it's been a really good first half. Welcome to the booth, Joe and Troy. Been a really good first half for Detroit. And I've been impressed with Seattle, the way they've been able to move the ball. The turnover obviously killed them.
Well, and what else is killing them is that they're just not getting anything on the ground. I mean, it's all been Geno Smith, and he's been hanging in there, and he's been under pressure. And Aaron Glenn's defense for Detroit has been exceptionally aggressive. I mean, I've been a little surprised, even on the 3rd and long there on that last possession. You know, he matches up with DK Metcalf, but they've got to be able to get Kenneth Walker going at least a little bit. This is a defense with Detroit that's hard to run the ball against, but 6 yards is all they have on the ground in the first half.
Here's the punt by Fox. Hauled in by D. Williams. And basically nothing on the return. Well covered downfield, and Ben Neiman made the stop. And now 14 seconds left. Here's the night for Aiden Hutchinson, who came into this game after 3 weeks leading the league in sacks. He draws a crowd, and so far, he's been held off the stat sheet.
Well, he hasn't had the sack, but he has gotten some pressures. And Charles Cross on the left side, you know, he's played the position awfully well here in the first part of this season, and he's given up a couple pressures. Forsythe's given up one, and the sacks don't tell the whole story with Aiden Hutchinson, but as you said, Joe, every week he's attracting a lot of attention.
14 seconds left. Got to be quick, and this one over the middle of the field, which would have come perilously close to ending the half right there. A.J. Barner, the target. 2nd and 10, 11 seconds, no timeouts. And in case you're wondering about Jason Myers, his career-long 61 yards, which means getting roughly 20 yards from here. Little less, but in that ballpark. Geno was walking away.
Just a timeout for an injured player. By rule, that's a charged timeout for Detroit under 2 minutes. They have 2 remaining.
Scanning to find the injured player, and I guess they're going to walk somebody off. I don't know. That's Hutchinson they're going to make come off? Yeah, it is. So he went down. It's a charge timeout for the injured player, and now Hutchinson has to come off.
Yeah, they're kind of laughing about it over there. I don't know what exactly that move was.
Geno is going to take off, try to get out of bounds, and he will with 5 seconds left. They're on the Detroit side of the 50, a gain of 12. Lions, by the way, had 10 guys on the field defensively on that play.
Well, they got a shot now. They can throw it into the end zone.
Or can they get something in the way of a quick hitter out of bounds?
Well, that's the other part of it. I mean, they can get in. They can, and with the soft corner here at the bottom, you see how soft he is. They could throw something really quick.
Quick setup and throw, and that's just a gift. That's Metcalf, and they are at least at the outer edge of field goal range now for Jason Myers.
They're going to give it a shot.
This will be about a 62-yard try, which would be a new career long by 1 yard for Myers. Khalil Dorsey is back for Detroit with a chance to return it if it falls short. The kick is going to be returned by Dorsey. And he is looking at a wall of defenders, and down he goes, and a flag is thrown on the tackle. It's a face mask, and that will extend the half if it's accepted. Here it is. McClendon Curtis is the one who got the hand up into the face mask of Dorsey. Detroit will have an option to extend the half if they want to take the penalty, or they'll just go in.
Personal foul, face mask by the kicking team. That penalty is declined, and Detroit has chosen to end the half. This is halftime. 66 was a fouling player.
So that's it for the first half. Seattle gets the ball to start the second half, and we'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Mike, we know you're shorthanded tonight, but what's been the biggest challenge for your defense?
We got to calm down. We got to be us. It's not the half that we expected or that we anticipated, but now, hey, look, we got another 30 minutes of football. We're down 2 scores. Can't get it back in one play, so let's just keep our poise and play one play at a time and see where it takes us.
You do get the ball back to start the second half. What do you need to see from your offense to get some momentum going?
Well, we just got to stay efficient, keep the ball moving forward. We'll get the run game going a little bit, but we're in good shape on offense. Let's just finish some of these drives and we'll be all right.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Our thanks to Mike McDonald for stopping by. Only turnover belongs to Metcalf and Seattle. 14-point game here in Detroit. Stay tuned. All-State halftime coming your way next.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me? Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Whoa! Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
This is the Allstate Halftime.
Welcome into the All-State Halftime. Jason Kelsey, Ryan Clark. I am Scott Van Pelt. You wanted to see Detroit run the football. The numbers, 88 on the ground for the Lions, 18. I'll get to the 18 for Seattle in a minute with you, Ryan. What are we seeing from Detroit running the ball?
Yeah, I mean, they're back to what they've done. They got back to it last week against Arizona. They're still downhill. They're under center. They're doing what they've done well for a long time here.
And it's multiple because you've got Montgomery and you've got Gibbs.
Yeah.
You've got options there.
We're saying that's what I was about to say, but they run. No, that's good, though. They run the same sort of plays with both of those guys, but defensively it looks different because of the running style. I'm sure for Jason, you have to block a little bit differently because guys set things up certain ways. You also have to approach the game differently from the secondary and second level to tackle these dudes.
We heard Troy allude to how physical that Detroit defense is in bottling up Seattle's ability to run the ball. Just heard Coach McDonald allude to it. 18, that's just, you're not going to win games that way.
When you talk about winning football games, that's the first thing coaches put on the board. Run the football, stop the run. And if you can do those things, it talks about your dominance up front and in the trenches. And I think we've seen Detroit do that. But I love that they're attacking a weakness of Seattle because they have so many players down on their front.
And they're playing aggressive on defense. They're still coming after, and they're playing man coverage. I mean, with the horses that Seattle has out wide, I'm kind of surprised they are going with that as much as they are.
You know, and that's what they've been this year. But you got to look at this play by Jack Campbell. That's all about hunting, right? DK Metcalf is trying to get extra yards. You get as many hats as you can to the football.
That's a lot of hats in Honolulu Blue. There were about 7, and that's how many it took to get DK down in that situation. We alluded to this in Countdown. Seattle was 3-0, but this was a little bit of a step up in weight class. Is 30 minutes of football, is this maybe a little bit of a wake-up call? All right, we're in the ring with somebody that's our equal tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they knew it coming in that was the case, and we'll see how the second half goes. They're still doing a lot of really good things offensively. This game ain't over, man.
Yeah, this is you go and get your orange slices, right? Coaches draw a little bit up on the board, but this is for Mike McDonald, his first chance to truly challenge his football team and see how this new iteration of the Seattle Seahawks responds to adversity.
Yeah. Young dude, but he's buttoned up, man. Yeah. Old school guy, said that's not who we think we are, and we're going to get the ball and see what they can do in the second half. As for the other game going on over on ESPN, the highlights are tougher to come by since there aren't any touchdowns. Will Levis here. We're going to see the video of him saying, I didn't see him at all, which is odd because that's the gigantic human.
Yeah. It was the first groin interception I've ever seen.
Well, you can squeeze it with the thighs.
It was a Pilates.
I tell you what, though, too, Scott, the kid does fight.
Yeah,
right.
No,
thank you.
He's a competitor.
Thank you. Don't want this to just be piling on. There's a competitive spirit there. He's reaching for a first down. I thought he got it. Hurt his shoulder on that. That means Mason Rudolph comes in. This is right before halftime. give them a ton of credit. They're able to get a field goal. The Dolphins have answered, and Titans are in the red zone as we speak. That game's over on ESPN. Second half on the way from Detroit. Seattle will get the ball. It's been the Lions who have done their thing. They're up 14.
You're watching the All-State Halftime. All-State, you're in good hands.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
deal.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Let's tell the freaking world.
One of my students says ringworm.
Ringworm?
No, get back. Cancel classes. Burn Abbott down. Hello, Miss Teagues.
Hello, Mr. Eddie. Hope your day's going well.
HR is here today, so if anyone has something they want to file, raise your hand. Not about me, about other things.
Make some noise.
These are the takeout menus I gave you.
Those were suggestions that we should go out to dinner. You're sick.
Write that down.
Stop. Come on.
Welcome back to the All-State Halftime.
A great deal at stake on Monday in Major League Baseball. Braves and Mets play one of the wildest games of the year. A 6-run eighth for the Mets gave them the lead. A 4-run bottom of the eighth gave Atlanta the lead. Top 9, Francisco Lindor, a dramatic 2-run shot provided them the margin of victory. That means they have grabbed a wild card spot, but they couldn't pop bottles because there was a second game of the doubleheader. Braves needed to win that, and they were in. Otherwise, Arizona would get the final spot. Marcell Ozuna provides a little bit of breathing room. 2-run single in the 7th. Braves win 3-0. Champagne for everybody as both the Mets and the Braves move on into the postseason. It begins tomorrow on our family of networks beginning at 2:30. It's the Tigers and the Astros on ABC, the Royals and the Orioles on ESPN2. A doubleheader on ESPN. It's the Mets and Brewers at 5:30, followed by the Braves and Padres at 8:30. Some sad news in the game as one of baseball's greatest players has died. Pete Rose, an MVP, a 3-time world champion, a 17-time All-Star, and all-time leader in games played, and of course, in base hits. Rose was denied entry into the Hall of Fame following a lifetime ban by Major League Baseball when an investigation found he had bet on games while managing the Cincinnati Reds. It's just one man's opinion, but any accounting of the best players in the history of the game that does not include Rose is incomplete. Pete Rose was 83 years old.
SoCal Tower, it's some kind of insect. That's a beast. Oh, yeah.
That plane's coming right at us.
Mayday! Mayday!
Thursday, brace yourself. The riveting 911 3-part season premiere event continues.
Athena's on that flight, isn't she?
She's flying it.
Of course she is.
911, the 3-part season premiere event continues Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You find diamonds in the rust to put your own stamp on stock parts, turning metal into murals and detailing every detail. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
You like watching TV shows and movies? Don't watch on that. You want a Quest.
Look at that. It's a movie theater in your living room. What? And you want to go to the gym. Then you remember gyms. Bring the gym to you.
Let's do this.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa! And do you want to play the hero or be the hero?
Wait, I could be Batman?
Yep. Bam! Time to become the knight. Okay, y'all. Yeah. You got this.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. CJ Stroud putting up points with My Lowe's Rewards.
He is really cleaning up.
Come on, man.
It's the cart. He's got all the cleaning supplies in his cart.
In store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered.
You have a Taco Bell in your house? Then come in and try the Cantina Chicken Bowl.
Man.
Cantina Chicken Bowl and Burrito both have 25 grams of protein? Hey, Devontae.
Just no more ads, all right?
That was the last one, I swear.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
HCM is a serious heart condition affecting as many as 1 in 200 people. Like me.
And me. I was still short of breath on my beta blocker.
So I talked to my cardiologist.
And asked about treatment advances in HCM.
That talk made a real difference.
It gave me new hope.
Talk to your cardiologist today. Visit hcmrealtalk.com to learn more.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tonight's first half highlights are presented by Target. Welcome to Detroit, Michigan. The atmosphere is outstanding. DK, ball's out, fighting for extra yards. Down the sideline.
Good things happen around the football.
Handoff to Gibbs, a walk-in touchdown. And the two-headed monster with a hug for Metcalf. He's got it. Here's Walker able to bounce it for the touchdown. Handoff to Gibbs, in for the touchdown, his second of the night.
It's just good, tough running.
Ground game has been working tonight for Detroit. Target Circle Week is coming. 7 days of big deals. Moments ago, Dan Campbell, head coach of the Lions, stopped by to talk with Lisa Salters.
Dan, you guys came into this game thinking that you hadn't really played up to your standards yet, but what has looked sharp on both sides of the ball tonight?
Well, look, number one, we're playing complementary football. You know, we start out the game, we don't go down and score early. Our defense takes over and stops them. Then offense, we catch fire. You know, and then there at the end, defense, situational football, kept them out of the end zone, long field goal, we hold. It's outstanding, man. So we're playing pretty good right now.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
We'll take a look at the two quarterbacks and what they've done tonight. No incompletions yet for Goff. The only turnover on the fumble by DK Metcalf, 17 of 24 for 165 for Geno Smith. And tonight, Detroit, who came in averaging 163 rush yards a game, they're halfway there, so they're right on target with what they've done. And a formula for success for Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell. Seattle will get the ball to start the second half, down by 14. The return by D. Williams. Spinning to the 25, that's it. And as we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, I'm wondering if Seattle talked at all about the ground game. They've got 18 rush yards in the game. That's it. We're not used to seeing that from Seattle.
No, we're not. And we thought that it would be a challenge for them against this Lions defense because they are so good against the run, but not to this point. They had 6 yards prior to Geno Smith scrambling and picking up 12 or whatever he got on that run. But you know, we knew coming in that this was going to be a game for Seattle where we're going to know a lot more about them after the first 3 weeks, and the Lions have come out and played well.
Only ran the ball 5 times in the first half. Here's a toss to Walker. And a nice head of steam. Campbell in on the stop, a gain of 5.
Well, that's a good start, and it's the best run they've had from a running back. And, kind of stay ahead of the chains. And, boy, that playbook opens up a lot now for Ryan Grubb here on 2nd and 5.
Former offensive coordinator at the University of Washington, coordinated the quarterback play of Michael Penix Jr., had Rome Odunze. Or did they put up some yards? 356 pass yards a game over the previous 2 years, to be exact. 2nd down and 5, back to the ground. Walker nowhere to go. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Kirby Joseph, who's playing as well as any safety in the NFL right now, made the stop. No gain.
Playing well, and the confidence that Aaron Glenn has in this defense is really incredible. I mean, there is so much man coverage and one-on-one with these receivers. And Metcalf, he's got 73 yards receiving. You had a nice first half, but they continue to be aggressive across the board.
Man coverage and down 2 safeties. Afatu Melifonwu on IR and Brian Branch not active tonight. A concussion last week, and he is sick, they say. Here is a sliding catch, but short of first down yardage is Jackson Smith and Jigba, and it's 4th down.
Aiden Hutchinson comes off the edge. I believe it was Aiden Hutchinson who comes off the edge, and he's the one who kind of affects this throw. That he just pushes Forsythe right in the backfield, so he doesn't get a stat for that. But it's why the throw wasn't on target to where he's able to catch it then and pick up the first down easily and creates this 4th down.
Less than a yard to go inside their own 35, and Geno Smith will take it and get it.
Not quite the tush push, but just as effective.
Right behind his center, Connor Williams. Our 2nd-round pick by the Dallas Cowboys. Coming off a torn ACL he suffered a year ago with Miami, but he got the push. And Geno got the first down. Walker, more involved with his first possession. Second half got 2. And Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. He and DJ Reader forming that new interior defensive front for Detroit.
In Seattle now, they're changing the tempo. We saw some of this in the first half, and they've done a good job of it through the first 3 weeks of knowing when to speed things up just a little bit, change it up.
This one, dangerous throw, and Carlton Davis almost got the pick as he stepped in front of DK Metcalf.
Well, Carlton Davis this time is off coverage, and he's watching the quarterback the entire way. So he's sitting on it, and then he undercuts it and almost comes up with the interception. But he's cluing. Like I say, he's been kind of sitting on his heels throughout this game. When he's in man coverage, you've got the one-on-one matchup that you like. I would think you like DK Metcalf, give him a chance, and they've been able to hit some of those. When he's off coverage, double move. They've got it here again if they want it with him at the bottom.
It's 3rd down and 8. Underneath, it's Metcalf. And you're not going to stop that big body short of first down yardage as he picks it up. He is 6'4", 235. And he gets 9.
Now you see this time they don't match up. They're anticipating man coverage with the crosser, and he is able to clear the middle freely. Obviously, he's tough to get to the ground once he has the ball in his hands. He's had a nice game.
6 for 83. Came very close to a touchdown, but led to one. First down. Walker with blocking out in front from Pharaoh Brown. And Walker with a nice gain on first down as he's able to pick up 6. Receiving tonight, there's DK Metcalf and then everybody else. As the Seahawks get right back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 4. Over the middle. That one is caught by Fant. Banged up in the first half, but this one of their biggest plays of the night. 16 yards, another first down.
Well, the Lions are trying to disguise coverage. They show that they're going to go single high, and then he drops out, and they create this two-deep look. And then you've got the middle of the field versus this zone coverage that opens up. Geno Smith reads it perfectly and is able to make the nice completion.
Good start to the second half for Seattle. Can they end up in the end zone? Here's Metcalf. There's contact and flags from Davis. They've been battling all night, and tonight it's been about 50-50, but this time Davis gets the call.
Pass interference, defense number 23. Ball is placed in the spot of the foul, first down.
Kirby Joseph trying to keep Carlton Davis away from the official to not add any more yardage after this call.
Well, I thought it was a good call. I thought he came in and had the right arm around it. Russell, I'd be interested in your opinion.
It brings up first and goal. We'll hear from Russell after this play as the Seahawks get back to the line. Play action. Underneath. Pass is caught. Touchdown. That's the rookie in his first, A.J. Barner. And what a nice drive put together by Seattle as they shave points off this Detroit lead.
But you can see the play action and how that affects then the entire defense. It allows Geno then to get out on the edge. And here he comes across the entire formation just wide open. That's a nice job. I mean, they overcame a lot to open up this third quarter with that possession and capitalize and finish it off with a touchdown is huge.
7-point game. When we talked to Ryan Grubb about A.J. Barner, he said by the end of this season, he'll be a force for us. He's got his first NFL touchdown, 4th-round pick from Michigan. From Ann Arbor to a road game in Detroit into the end zone. Good night for Geno. Seahawks down 7.
At BetMGM, everyone gets a welcome offer. So whether you're courtside trying to hit the over or up here trying to hit the under, or hitting that win with your crew. Oh, yeah, see defense. All the way up here with a same-game parlay. Yeah. BetMGM's got your back. Get your welcome offer and play with the sportsbook born in Vegas. Oh, these seats. Really?
Get up to a $1,500 new customer offer and bonus bets when you sign up now. BetMGM. Download and bet today. Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message. Hey, that's great. But who are the chefs?
Rookie mistake?
Great googly moogly.
Maybe you just need a Snickers.
Well, on the play before the touchdown, Russell Yerk, what do you think of this pass interference call?
Yeah, look at Davis's right hand. It's grabbing around the shoulder, and it's restricting him backwards before the ball gets there. That's a foul. Good call by the officials.
And it set up the 9-yard touchdown throw to A.J. Barner. And this is a 7-point game.
That's exactly what Seattle needed to do, and it's obvious when they went in at halftime, whether it was Mike McDonald or Ryan Grubb or both of them, talked about how they needed to be more physical on the offensive side of the ball, run the football, take a little bit of the heat off of Geno Smith, and they were able to do it. They get the big penalty that helped set things up, but that's a heck of a drive to open up this third quarter.
Dorsey keeps it in the end zone. Up to the 30 it shall come, and here's his battle. We've been watching this since the start of this game.
Yeah, we have, and I know in visiting with Aaron Glenn, he said you might see Carlton Davis matched up on DK Metcalf occasionally, but it's been throughout the entire game. I mean, that's been the matchup. And Carlton Davis has he's won some of his battles, obviously did not like that call. And DK Metcalf has won some of his battles, which is what you expect between two really good players. It's the way it should be.
Goff protected, another completion, another short one, and bouncing off the tackle is Montgomery. What a catch and run! Still going. Just a thing of beauty and strength by David Montgomery. No flags on the play. Man, that was impressive.
It was impressive. Devin Witherspoon is the one who came up and put a big-time hit on him. As you would expect, 21, you're going to see him come into the picture right there. But, I mean, he absorbed the punishment more than anything that happened to Montgomery. And then it's Devin Witherspoon who's bouncing off 5 different people, and he's over there at the very end on the sideline still trying to track him down and make a tackle.
40 yards, the longest play of the game either side. And right back to Montgomery, and the Seahawks just clamped down. Rayshon Jenkins was in. Just so you know, in case you follow this kind of stuff, and why not, Jared Goff is the only quarterback since 1978 to start 2 straight games in one season with 10 or more consecutive completions, 14 last week, and so far 13 of 13 this week for Goff. Told Lisa he was going to protect the ball. He's done that. Another completion. This one over the middle, and that's Tim Patrick. Good catch and run. It's 1st and goal.
You know, I thought initially he was going to try to hit a receiver coming in behind Patrick, and that would have been trouble. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown is who I thought he was going to try to go to. There was a defender right there. He sees it perfectly, comes underneath the Patrick. Patrick doesn't run quite like he used to after these knee injuries. That he had a knee injury and then an Achilles. He'd missed the last 2 years. But he's been a good addition and a real compliment to that wide receiver room.
1st down and goal, toss to Montgomery. Blocking from Sewell out in front of him, and it just gets clogged up.
Well, we heard Dan Campbell when Lisa Salters talked to him at half, and he talked about complementary football, and he's exactly right. The way that first half went, offense then got going. Now you look at this third quarter, and Seattle goes right down, comes away with their touchdown, and what does Detroit do? They answer the bell. I mean, they're right down here with a big run by Montgomery, and now they're knocking on the door. So this Lions offense, with the exception of week 2 against Tampa Bay, has been excellent in the red zone, and they've been good again tonight. Seattle's got to make a stop.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card? Touchdown Lions.
It's a well-designed play. The action in the backfield gets everybody flowing. Trevis Gibson, number 50, he kind of sees it, but he sees it late. And Jared Goff's not the fastest guy, but he's a little faster than Gibson and was able to outflank him.
The extra point barely sneaks in again. Amon-Ra St. Brown. They can come at you from a lot of different directions. Not exactly Philly. Detroit. 28-14 Lions.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
Sunday. Time to suit up.
Like half zips, kind of quarter zip.
And sacrifice your body.
This is fun.
Because no matter how hard you football, it's easy to Sunday.
On a Longing, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, what are you doing here? Texting another conference now.
Yeah, but it's like on the other side of the country. It's really, really far.
But you're not even on our schedule this season.
Maybe we can meet you in the playoffs.
That's crazy talk.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with zero sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch!
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Evil has always existed. To understand this killer, you must reach the ecstatic.
FX's Grotesquerie, all new Wednesdays at 10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
It is time now for our money moment, brought to you by SoFi. What a play that was from the Lions.
Well, this action here by Amon-Ra St. Brown, it gets Reek Woolen here moving the opposite side, so it only leaves Gibson, number 50, to try to, sort through it. And like I said, Jared Goff's not the fastest guy, but he was fast enough. And I don't want to take away from that throw either, because Amon-Ra St. Brown put that one on the money.
That was a beautiful throw. It's his first pass attempt in the pros or college, and for Jared Goff, his first career touchdown reception, second catch in the NFL.
Well, that was really good, and we talk about Ben Johnson and how much he's meant to the Lions offense, and you think back to last week, the hook and lateral that they ran before the half against Arizona, comes away with a touchdown, and then down here in the red zone, they've got that play that allows them to throw the ball then to Jared Goff. It's just very creative, and I really like what he has done since he took over as the play caller. He'd been with the organization since 2019. He took over as a play caller in 22 and built this offense around the skills of Jared Goff and this offensive line, and it has been awfully good.
The rare kickoff that landed in the landing zone, and the touchback brings it out to the 20. There goes Walker. He can hit the occasional home run, and he just gets a big play to start this drive over the right side of 28.
Yeah, they go multiple tight ends, put them in motion, they seal the edge, and create that lane for Kenneth Walker. They've gotten it going now after Kenneth Walker had 6 yards rushing in the first half, and here in the second half, he's given them some bounce.
Here's Geno Smith on a broken play, and he slides down near midfield. The Lions, meanwhile, have 4 touchdowns over their last 5 drives, and Geno Smith and company are forced to try and answer again. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, Joe, you talked about these shootouts that these two teams have had over the last several years. Last year, 37 points. The year before, 48 points, 51 points by Seattle. the year before that. And so this one's shaping up like it might be the same thing.
Under 6 to go in the third. 2nd and 8. Geno is able to throw in the direction of Smith and Jigba. Was under pressure from Aiden Hutchinson. And it's 3rd and 8.
Well, here comes the spin move at the bottom by Hutchinson. And that's where it gets you, that you start worrying about his power rush, then you get his speed off the edge, and as soon as you start setting for that, as Forsythe tries, he counters it with the spin move.
Here comes Anzalone on the blitz. Smith spins out of it. Downfield, what a throw. First down, Smith and Jigba. How about that play by Geno Smith? Nearly sacked, and he's able to keep his eyes downfield for the first down.
Well, initially he's trying to hit Njigba in the middle of the field, but the protection breaks down, and he's not able to wait on him any longer, and as he escapes, he's still keeping his eyes down the field, and then Njigba is able to get open for him.
Back to the ground, Walker stumbling, got back to the line of scrimmage, and now he's going to lose yardage. Able to restart, and they're going to mark him down back at the 45, a loss of 6.
You go back to that prior play, and you're going to see Smith and Njigba come to the middle, but he's not able to wait on him, and then he gets out of the pocket, and Jackson Smith and Njigba just keeps hanging in there and gets open for him, being very quarterback friendly. But you know, now getting backed up against this group, they're behind the chain, 2nd and long.
Ryan Grubb's going to have to dig into that playbook again. He's already used a lateral play. Here's Lockett, first down plus. Tyler Lockett spins to the 15. And even in a lot of traffic, Geno Smith is able to find receivers. Good fastball he's got going tonight, too.
Well, no kidding. Geno Smith has been under a lot of pressure, and he's just fighting back there in the pocket. You know, everything becomes a challenge. It's hard on a quarterback when you're feeling the heat off the edges the way that he is.
A little better protection this time, and Smith has to throw it out of the back of the end zone. Flag is down in the secondary, and it's against Detroit.
Before the pass, holding, defense number 0. The 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That is the 6th penalty of the year on the rookie Terrion Arnold. 4 of the 6 for PI, but this is a hold on Lockett.
Well, that's easy. You see the right hand, and that's he just, I mentioned it earlier in this game, it's why he's been penalized. He gets so handsy. You know, and these receivers are a little different from what he saw in college, and he's getting them every week, and he comes up, and when he presses these guys, he tends to start grabbing.
Play action, what a catch by Bobo. And he is set up 1st and goal from inside the 1.
Well, Jake Bobo falls down on the route. He stumbles as he's going up the field, and there he gets back up. The ball's on him. Catches it like a good UCLA Bruin would. Typically, you know, he's a big target down here, especially, you know, in this situation, but he's an awfully good blocker as well.
And also a Duke Blue Devil. There's Walker, and he's to the goal line. Touchdown. Landing right on the goal line is Kenneth Walker, and this track meet continues.
That's such a great job by this offense. Talk about complimentary football. After what we said about Detroit and them going back down and answering, now Seattle, they've got to, in order to stay in it, they got to keep pace. That's really good.
We're told they're looking at the right knee of Walker. He ran into Anthony Bradford in the backfield, stayed up here. And nothing there that says he's short, but the offense is still out there for Seattle. And if they're staying with touchdown, then this is for a 2-point try.
I don't know there's enough on any of those looks that they can overturn it.
And it is a 2-point attempt here for Seattle.
Well, they're going along with that philosophy that you go for 2 and all the analytics.
To get to within 6. Blitz coming, throw to the end zone, flag on the play as the catch is made but out of bounds. But they threw a flag, and it's going to be pass interference against Detroit, which will move it to the 1. Carlton Davis in coverage again.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. Pass interference, defense number 23. That's half the distance to the goal line. We'll retry.
I thought I saw a grab as Metcalf was trying to work back towards that front pylon.
This is the 3rd pass interference call of the game against Carlton Davis.
Well, this is a good look at it. Well, yeah, there wasn't as much of a grab there as I expected. I didn't see a whole lot there.
And it was close to a catch.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, now the try from the 1. Charbonnet back there next to Geno Smith. End zone shot for Bobo, incomplete. And it stays an 8-point game. The thinking is down 14, you score a touchdown. It's far more likely a team converts going for 2 once than it is to fail twice. So if you don't get it here, now you're compelled to go for 2 again. You get it here, then you're an extra point away from the lead. You got all that? Either way, it's 28-20 with 3:03 in the 3rd.
We about to level up. We about to level up.
The next icon of vacations, Star of the Seas. Book today.
You're leaving me?
For a TurboTax expert who charges me less but gives me more. Sing it, Adam.
A tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
It's time to move on to a TurboTax expert.
This is a tax breakup.
This fall, switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat the price you paid your pro last tax season.
Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
This week, Tampa Bay meets Atlanta.
A lot of buzz around this one.
As Thursday night football is on. Stream Thursday night football. Only on Prime.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Wakey, it's Sunday morning football. Watch live as Justin Jefferson leads the Vikings against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Jets-Vikings, Sunday, only on NFL Network.
Isn't that our cleaning lady? Not today. You know how when you're living your life, and then all of a sudden you're out there helping cops solve crimes?
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
What y'all doing out there?
Check it out.
Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
We go on and on and on and on and on.
People are into it.
Fire. Yeah, it's such a vibrant thing.
The NFL and the American Cancer Society created Crucial Catch because early cancer detection can save lives. Don't wait. Visit NFL.com/crucialcatch to find your local cancer screening resources and learn how to reduce your risk. We're going to give you another look at that initial 2-point try by the Seahawks where A, they called pass interference, and B, it looked like it was very close to a catch, Russell Yerk.
Yeah, if you look at this shot here, he gains control with that right hand. You can see the ball is in the clear grip of the right hand. Yeah. The right leg is down. He maintains control through contact with the ground. That should have been a successful 2-point try, and I would have liked to see. I would like to see the replay official stop that to take another look at it.
But they didn't. And there's the leg being down. They called pass interference, then tried from the 1, and the incompletion to Jake Bobo. It stays 28-20. Earmark that. Here is a completion to Jamison Williams. He is gone. Touchdown Lions. 70 yards. And flags after the play, with this place celebrating a 70-yarder to Jamison Williams. And Goff is still perfect.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct by Detroit number 9 for dunking the goalpost. That 15-yard penalty by rule will be added to the try.
So they added to the extra point try, which have been anything but automatic for Jake Bates, the first-year player from Arkansas. But Goff completes for 70 yards.
Well, they run the deep post with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and the corner, Devin Witherspoon, he gets caught up with him and doesn't then see Jamison Williams coming across.
This is a big extra point after the failed 2-point try. And Bates hit it. 15-point game. Well, in a blink, Goff and this offense, they connect with Jamison Williams. 35-20 here in Detroit. What a night.
I've got a joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Deep down in my heart. It's down in my heart. I've got a joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart today. I've got the grandest, greatest feeling. This feeling's really here to stay. And it's a joy that needs revealing. So I just want to say, hey! No flex zone. Hey! Hey! No flex zone. They know better. They know better. Wanna go, go flex.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Start to break away from UC with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Tremfya blocks a key source of inflammation. At 1 year, many people experienced remission, and some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Week 5 kicks off with Thursday Night Football starting at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Well, these two guys are as talented as anybody catching the ball, using their speed. They're also very prideful blockers. And Jared Goff, play action pass. I mean, when you've got a good run game, the play action pass works. He's been the most productive play action passer in the NFL the last 3 years. He's now got 28 touchdown passes on play action passes. Tonight, 10 for 10, 170, and that 70-yard touchdown to Williams.
Well, what did Jared Goff say to us when we talked to him the other day? Haven't played up to my standard. He has tonight. I mean, it doesn't get any better than what he's done tonight. You go back to that touchdown. And there's a good things that happen here. Amon-Ra St. Brown here is going to take out Devin Witherspoon, and you're going to see that he gets turned around. Now, Williams is going to come across the field. But without Amon-Ra St. Brown, with the speed that he has, getting Witherspoon to react to that, then Witherspoon would have been on the outside and in a position to see it and make a play on the ball. So Jameson Williams runs a great route. Golf hits him, but Amon-Ra St. Brown really the guy who made it all happen.
Under 3 to go in the third quarter, 15-point game. Here's pressure from Hutchinson, dropped off to Walker, and he made something out of nothing. A gain of 7 on first down. And Hutchinson's been real close tonight.
He has been. His get off, you saw it right there at the snap, is as good as anyone's in the game. And it's why he is able to do what he does, in addition to his abilities and the way that he rushes and his various moves. But, you know, he's got a lot of tackles beat just by anticipating the snap of the ball. He's right here at the top.
2nd down and 3. Lockett spins with a first down. The funny thing is, the ironic thing is, while Hutchinson wreaks havoc with this Seattle offense, the Seattle first-year head coach, Mike McDonald, was his defensive coordinator, and I don't want to say made him, because Hutchinson made Hutchinson, but 14 sacks his senior year after 4.5 the previous 3 years combined. Those two are linked forever.
No doubt, and Hutchinson gives him credit for that, and he just turned him loose and gave him the confidence, put him in a scheme that let him pin his ears back and do what he does. And yeah, there's a lot of respect between those two men.
Here's Walker over the left side, and a nice gain on first down. Just darting through would-be tacklers. Anzalone missed a tackle along the way, and a gain of 23 for Kenneth Walker.
Well, they hit between the tackles, and then you get behind, you know, your left tackle, Cross, and he helps lead the way, and some good tough running by Walker.
There is a player down for Detroit. Tough to tell as he is covered up. So we'll take a break, come back, and tell you who it is and how they are after this.
Say goodbye to multiple daily insulin injections and say hello to Omnipod 5. Omnipod 5 integrates with Dexcom G6 to automatically adjust insulin and help protect against highs and lows, day and night. Plus, it's tubeless and waterproof. Take control without compromise. Don't wait to simplify life with diabetes. Get started today. Go to Omnipod.com for risk information and instructions for use. Consult your healthcare provider before starting on Omnipod. Simplify diabetes, simplify life. Omnipod.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Marcus. Even though he lost his job, he's not worried about finding a new health plan anymore. And Keisha, she turned 26 and went off her parents' insurance, so she found new, affordable coverage. And for the Moore family, when they lost Medicaid, they found a new plan that fits their budget. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov, where millions have found the coverage they need.
Welcome to this year's championship game. This is the big one.
With Amex Gold, you can enjoy over $400 back in dining value annually. So you can raise the bar on game night. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Bad news for Detroit. It was Carlton Davis, such a big piece of the puzzle, but he was able to get up and eventually jogged off. to the sideline. Rookie Ennis Rakestraw comes in, second-round pick from Missouri. On first down for Seattle. Smith can't get away. The ball is out, and they're going to call Smith down, and a sack is the result. That's DJ Reader. He gets his first as a Lion. His knees were down.
Yeah, they sure were. And it was Reader who was working against Laken Tomlinson, their left guard. He gets the push right through him. You see they collapse the pocket, and it's a lot of, this is what Geno's been feeling a lot of throughout this game. This time there's just nowhere for him to try to escape and make a play.
2 sacks on each side. Second down and 14. Underneath, that's Chenault. And Leveska is inside the 25 with a first down.
Well, that's a well-designed play there. Got the middle screen to Chenault. Guy with some speed, let him see what he could do, and picks up a nice gain.
Last Monday night, we had 71 total points in Cincinnati. We've seen 55 through 3 quarters tonight. What a game. Fun. More to come from Detroit after this, and a word from our ABC stations.
Weekdays are the new weekends with IHOP's House Faves menu. Only $6 Monday through Friday.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in too. I am in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
This crowd is ready. You ready, partner?
Yeah, let's go.
Live can't miss NFL games. An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup.
Touchdown LA.
Plus, NFL primetime. You can't get anywhere else.
He could go all the way.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Sign up now.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks, the stars, the exclusives, the comedy, and the best booth in the game.
Is that a new tie?
Sure is.
Welcome to a dynasty in the making, a sibling rivalry for the ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing?
Seriously?
These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
Families affected by Hurricane Helene urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these individuals. Donate today to the relief efforts by going to redcross.org/NFL. Carlton Davis back in the lineup for Detroit. First down, Seahawks. Smith through the hands on a high throw to Kenneth Walker. Hutchinson had pressure again.
It was the right idea. He goes to the right guy with the ball based on what the coverage was, but just a little high, tough ball for Walker to try to haul in.
2nd and 10 from the 21. Toss to Walker. Nice cutback. One man to beat. Kenneth Walker to the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. What a run that was. He got around Carlton Davis and won that race to the end zone.
Yeah, you can see the blocking up front, how everything just kind of opens up, and he cuts it back. And, now they went for 2. They didn't make it. This is the right decision. They're going to kick the extra point and try to make it an 8-point game as opposed to going for 2. If they don't make that, then it's left at a 9-point game. So by kicking the extra point here, they can at least keep it within 1 possession.
What a night for Kenneth Walker now. Extra point is good. 21 yards. Kenneth Walker, the third, with his third rushing touchdown of the night. We're back in 30 seconds after a word from T-Mobile.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Well, Kenneth Walker, who had 1,000 yards his rookie year and 9 rushing touchdowns, 905 last year. Look at the speed that he hits, and he got around Carlton Davis and then touched 20 miles per hour going to the end zone.
Well, that's what he brings, and that's what they've missed. Charbonnet comes in and does a pretty good job for them, especially last week. You mentioned his career high, 91 yards, but they missed the explosiveness of Kenneth Walker. The question right now is, can Mike McDonald's defense make a stop? They haven't been able to do it, or can they even make Jared Goff throw an incompletion? He's been perfect.
This one comes out to the 30. Tonight on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Gwen Stefani chats and performs, plus Mookie Betts drops in. And then later this week, Lady Gaga, Jennifer Aniston, so much more. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Big week this week. It's new tonight after our game on ABC. Jared Goff, hands off. That is Gibbs. And Jahmyr Gibbs gets 7. We'll go down to Lisa.
Yeah, Joe, the Seattle defense was already down 4 starters. Add free safety Julian Love to that list. He's been ruled out with a thigh injury.
He's such a big piece because they move him all over the place. So no Nwosu, no Mafe, no Murphy, no Baker, and now no Julian Love. Dan Skipper reports as an eligible receiver, which gets a reaction from the crowd here in Detroit on 2nd and 3. Gibbs again. Stood up. 3rd and short coming up.
Well, Dan Skipper, he gets about as much playing time, more playing time than any 6th offensive lineman in football. And the fans here, they do love him.
Well, we were there in Arlington last year.
Yes, we were.
That was, hey, hun. 3rd down and 1. I agree, Dan. I agree.
Yeah, Dan doesn't look like he's too excited right now.
Here's a toss to Montgomery. Well played by Seattle, and they get a stop. Terrell Dodson was the first guy there, but that play got washed out, and Seattle pursued a loss of 2.
Boy, that was big. They needed to make a play, and they do. I mean, he just hits it. He sees it. He's able to find him a little crease, and he gets in there and makes a play when they needed one desperately. That's a great job. They haven't been able to do it all night. And now they're going to get the ball right back to this offense for Seattle that's been humming along here in this second half.
Yeah, it's a 3 and out. With D. Williams waiting for the punt. Jack Fox hits one of his shorter punts, and outside the 20 at the 21, it's hauled in. Geno Smith, he's been impressive tonight, hasn't he? A lot of offense on display. 8-point game. Plenty of time left.
I didn't do this for the lights or the fame. I did it to pay it forward to the next generation of athletes and pass on the support my family gave me. I believe in SoFi because they give the same support to millions of members. helping them bank, borrow, and invest for their future. Because for most people, it's not about the lights or the fame. It's about their ambitions. SoFi, get your money right.
You have a Taco Bell in your house? Then come in and try the Cantina Chicken Bowl. Cantina Chicken Bowl and Burrito both have 25 grams of protein? Hey, Devontae.
Just no more ads, all right?
That was the last one, I swear.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
Football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Hi, we're Visible. We offer one-line wireless plans with no hidden fees for just $25 a month on Verizon's 5G network. One flat rate every single month. Unlimited data included. Your wireless should be visible. Cue the confetti. Switch at visible.com.
Millions took to the high seas for the exciting premiere, and Thursday will make your heart race.
I've got no pulse.
Defib, now. Stay with me. Dr. Odyssey, new Thursday on ABC.
Sunday storylines. Vikings beat the Packers in Green Bay. Darnold, 275, 3 touchdowns, 4-0 for the first time since 2016. He's been great. The Ravens beat the Bills last night. Derrick Henry, 27 touches, 209 scrimmage yards. So good on the ground. And Kansas City, 4-0, but we talked in the first half about Rashee Rice being carted off with what looked to be a severe knee injury. From the 21, down by 8. Out of the backfield, Charbonnet. He got 3. Carlton Davis, the first guy there. In this second half, they've touched the ball 3 times, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Well, I mentioned for Mike McDonald when they were on defense, could he make a stop? Well, now it's Aaron Glenn's turn. You know, his defense has yet been able to do it here in this second half.
Bags the rookie Barner. Has a touchdown tonight, able to stay in bounds. The hurdle didn't work, but a big play for a first down. Jake Bobo threw a good block and 18 yards on the catch and run.
Well, you see these two guys here, they run into each other, and he's going to be blocking, and it opens up Barner. You see the collision there. They're in man coverage, and that's why Barner is as open as he was.
Barner folding into this offense nicely. Here is Charbonnet with a nice run. He gets about 12.
Well, some good blocking. We already saw Barner on the last one complete the catch, and now he makes a key block. But, you know, Charbonnet, he's not quite as explosive, of course. Here's Barner here, and he blocks down, does a good job on the kick out. And then you've got Charbonnet in behind it. Not as explosive as Kenneth Walker, but he's a tough runner, can break tackles. Nice little changeup for him.
Good protection this time. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Ducks down inside the 40. Titans game is a final 31-12 over Miami. And both teams will walk out of that stadium 1-3. Second down and 2 here. Toss to Charbonnet, right side. Nice bounce. First down. Now flags fly. Alex Kemp.
Holding.
offense number 14. The 10-yard penalty, second down.
Against DK Metcalf. On Anzalone.
Yeah, he gets the hold on him as he's trying to get away. That's where they got him. It's a good job by Charbonnet, because as Davis comes up to make the tackle, Charbonnet is able to kind of start inside and then bounce it, but that was a good call. There's a hold there by DK Metcalf, backs him up.
Spot foul makes it 2nd and 9. Extra man on the rush, wide open is Charbonnet. 2 men to try to get around. He got around the first. That was Amik Robertson, couldn't bring him down, and a gain of 6. 3rd down and 3 coming up after this play.
Good job by Metcalf. Tyler Lockett. He immediately sees where the ball's going. He's trying to block in case Charbonnet is able to make somebody miss. He had a chance to get a little more.
Got to expect we're in 2-down territory. 3rd down and 3. 8-point game, under 10 to go. Broken up. And that was Lockett the target, and Robertson, who just was involved on that last play, there to break it up, and the Seahawks will go for it on 4th down.
That was a great job by Amik Robertson, because he initially was out of position, but he's able to come in and make a play. And it didn't look to me, Russell, like there was contact before he got to the ball.
Yep, that looked like a clean play.
4th and 3. Smith and Jigba, 1st down, flags fly. And the indication is, well, could be offensive pass interference. The crowd reacted. Geno Smith is down there pleading his case, and the officials get together. Will this wipe away a 1st down?
Pass interference. Offense number 16, the 10-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Well, the problem is Tyler Lockett, he comes off as though he's blocking as opposed to running a route. Here he is, and he comes off the ball, and he just runs through the defender. If he's looking like he's running a route, but that's what the official saw, that he just looks up the defender and collides with him.
Yeah, Troy, I agree with you 100%. He comes down and he assumes a blocking posture going down there, and they're going to call offensive pass interference for that every time.
Well, that was a missed opportunity, because all he had to do is just really run a route, and they were going to get exactly what they got. Just a missed opportunity for Seattle.
And with the penalty, instead of going for it, the punt by Dixon. And now a false start, not a big deal.
False start, offense number 26, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Dixon's got a big leg, not that really even comes into play here, but he has always been good at downing it inside the 20. Lockett guilty of the offensive pass interference, which took the 1st down conversion away. And they shut this play down.
Please reset the game clock to 9:02. I didn't wind the clock. It'll start on the snap. Thank you.
So with just over 9 minutes to go, the punt coming from Dixon. That first one not what he wanted, as that ended up in the end zone. Goff with his 15 for 15 night. Getting ready to go back to work. Khalif Raymond is waiting deep for the Lions. This one is into the end zone. Front corner of the end zone. Dixon upset. We look at our game recap brought to you by United Airlines. Here is Jake Bobo Well, that's Barner for his first NFL touchdown. This beautiful throw from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Goff for the touchdown. Kenneth Walker's got 3 touchdowns tonight. 70-yarder to Jamison Williams. A toss to Walker. He cuts it back, gets around Carlton Davis and scores a touchdown. We have seen a little bit of everything.
We've seen it all. You're right. And seems like whenever an offense scores, then the other one comes right down and matches it. The defense makes a stop. The other one makes a stop as well. And we've kind of been going back and forth. Now it's served for Seattle.
Still an 8-point game. Goff throws. Another completion. Patrick. 16 for 16 is Jared Goff.
That's his best throw of the day. That was awfully good. And Patrick runs an outstanding route. You're going to see him come into your picture on the right-hand side. But pretty good protection up front. And he just finds that window and lays it out there perfectly as Patrick comes into it. That's really well done. You got to have good anticipation and know what you're seeing as a quarterback to turn it loose and have the confidence that the receiver's going to win and be where he's supposed to be.
Here's Gibbs. Dodson on the tackle, a gain of 3. The first half, 12 for 12. Second half, he has that big 70-yarder mixed in for 162.
You get into a game like this, Joe, and everything's kind of happening in slow motion a little bit. They can't fool him. He's seeing the field perfectly. He's obviously in a groove. He's throwing the ball accurately. I mean, he hasn't even yet thrown an incompletion. And he's just been putting the ball right on the money all night long.
2nd and 7, and right up the gut. Gibbs pops out of there with a first down.
Well, that shows you the power that Jahmyr Gibbs has. You talk about Montgomery and what he's able to do. Well, this is what people don't always appreciate about Gibbs. He can finish some runs, too, right between the tackles. The way he finishes that off at the end of that play is impressive.
Seven minutes to go. First down from the 40. Play action. Dropped off. Pass caught. Laporta. Still rumbling. Down near the 10.
That was such a good call by Ben Johnson. He's anticipating Seattle being aggressive, that they're starting to get in field goal range. And so they turn it loose and they run a screen play right in behind it. It's just a perfectly played call by Ben Johnson, anticipating what he was going to get, knowing that 3 points in this situation is huge to extend the lead to 11, make it a 2-possession game. He feels like McDonald's going to draw it up. He does, and they hit the screen right in behind it.
First and goal from the 10. Goff. End zone. Overthrows Laporta, but a flag. And this is offensive, is the early indication.
Yeah.
Pass interference, offense number 89. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Brock Wright, he looks up the defender. They're trying to run a pick, but you'd call it a rub if you do it right. But you see, he looks up Rayshon. When you divert your route in order to go look up the defender, you're going to typically get called, and that's a pretty costly penalty.
That does not count as an incompletion. So 17 for 17, and a first and goal from the 20.
Now, Jared Goff, he understands how important 3 points is, so I would not expect him to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's the toss. Gibbs left side. Got a good block from Sam Laporta, who does a little bit of everything. Pro Bowler as a rookie last year with 86 catches and 10 touchdowns. It's second and goal, but that was a nice gain to the 12.
That was. He does a good job, Laporta, and then Taylor Decker. He's as good a run blocker as any left tackle in football, and he helps lead the way as well. And these Lions, both tackles, Penei Sewell, haven't talked much about him. He's had a good night, done a lot of good things, but they pull these tackles more than anyone else in the game.
Hand off, Gibbs. Stood up by Miles Adams. A gain of 4, so now 3rd and goal. With the ball at the 8. And a timeout is taken by Seattle. But an 8-point game in a wildly entertaining night here in Detroit. As we talked a lot about Detroit, talked obviously a lot about both sides, but if the questions were about Seattle and the 3-0 record, and but they took on Bo Nix in his first start and a rebuilding New England team, and then last week no Tua, they've shown me something here tonight.
Totally agree. I think the story would be written a little differently if it were written at halftime. You know, the way that they played and weren't able to make some stops. But this second half, you know, whatever was said at halftime and however Mike McDonald got their attention, this team has played. And however this thing ends, they can feel good about this. And it's not an easy place to come in and play against a team that was in the NFC Championship game last year. And they've been competitive, and they've made it a heck of a ball game.
Outgained them in yardage. Wide open. What a catch. It's a touchdown, I believe. I haven't seen the signal yet. As Amon-Ra St. Brown made the catch, it looked good. The catch, the toe taps, and that's a touchdown.
That's a tutty.
It's a tutty, but both officials, I don't know, maybe it's on the replay, but I didn't see either guy make the call.
No, nor did I. I don't know what they're waiting on.
Well, they've even confirmed it. And that is a beautiful catch by Amon-Ra St. Brown. And signal or no, it counts for 6 and now 7. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, boy, has he been good for the Lions. So tough, so good. And this guy, great tonight. More to come from Detroit after this from our ABC stations.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Walmart deals are ready to drop. Shop October 8th through the 13th. And Walmart Plus members get early access to all the hot deals. Get ready to save big. Shop Walmart deals October 8th through the 13th.
When you're born at Conabon, you're born a Steelers fan.
This crowd is ready. You ready, partner?
Yeah, let's go.
Live can't miss NFL games.
What a catch!
An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup.
Touchdown, LA!
Plus, NFL primetime. You can't get anywhere else.
He could go all the way.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Sign up now.
Well, our SEC on ABC College Football Saturday features 3 great matchups. Number 9, Mizzou at number 25, Texas A&M at 12. Auburn and Georgia, number 5 at 3:30, and then number 4, Tennessee and Arkansas at 7:30.
Yes. I was just going to ask if you knew who your 5-0 Indiana Hoosiers are playing.
I mean, come on. 5-0, Coach Cignetti. doing his thing. Curtis Rourke, our quarterback. I mean, it's an exciting time.
It's a great time.
They're taking on the fine folks from Northwestern coming up. Here's the penalty, Troy, which is worth bringing up again. It was a 4th down conversion, but it was called offensive pass interference. Russell Yerk says good call. He assumed a blocking position instead of running a route, and then the Lions get the ball, go right down the field, get in the end zone, and it's a 2-score game. Over the middle, no throw is made. Ball is out and recovered after the sack. As Onzarike made the tackle, a loss of 2 on the play, and Tomlinson got on the ball.
Well, that was Geno Smith. He just knows the situation, and he's trying to make a play when there really wasn't one there to be had. He could have dropped it underneath and picked up at least a little bit of a gain, but he wanted a bigger play down the field.
Big sack for this Lions defense. Here's Walker. What a second half he's had. Picks up 11 and gets a first down. Under 4, well, coming up on 4.5 minutes left. Seattle with 2 timeouts. Down 15 again. Smith fires another fastball for a first down. That's Lockett. And Lockett good for 13.
Yeah, Geno Smith, he's just locked in trying to work that intermediate area. I still think Aaron Glenn will come after him, and he'll give him an opportunity for a big play even here at the bottom of the screen.
He's been sacked 3 times tonight. Smith and Jigba. He and Geno Smith can't connect on that back shoulder throw. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, Aaron Glenn, I mean, he's just sticking to what he does and playing aggressive man coverage. And, even with a 2-score lead, you've got, it just takes one play and you're right back in this thing. But he's continuing to stick with the coverage that he prefers.
Good coverage there by Terrion Arnold. Here's Fant. Good strong catch. Got hit, hung on. Play made by Kirby Joseph. And with the spot, looks like they're going to be half a yard short of a first down. It's 3rd down. And now they are replay assisting to first down, and that's a good call. He got it with the effort. And the tackle by Joseph. First down, Seattle. Smith slides through. Smith and Jigba brought down, and a strong tackle is made by Robertson.
Boy, you're not kidding. Meek Robertson, he's made a few really nice plays in this game, and he's locked up in man coverage. And if Smith and Jigba, if he makes him miss, I mean, there's just nobody else there.
There's a flag. Looked like the Lions got an early jump, so take a shot at the end zone. And there's a lot of contact there, but no flag at the back end of the play. And DK Metcalf is looking for the flag from the field judge with Brandon Joseph in coverage.
Offside. Defense number 41. It's a 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Well, we know that part, but there was contact at the end of the play.
There definitely was, and DK Metcalf should be looking for a flag because there was definite contact at the end of this. The way everyone reacted, I couldn't tell if they shut the play down, but they didn't, and yeah, that should have been a flag there.
Yeah, there's definitely some contact there. It's not a ton, but there's enough that I wouldn't be surprised if there was a flag thrown.
So instead of 1st and goal at the 1, it's 2nd and 1 back at the 27. That is a big no call with 2:45 to go. Here is Bobo. He's been active tonight. Forced out of bounds inside the 20 by Anzalone, but a first down.
Boy, they'd sure like to get this score in before the 2-minute warning. They've got 2 timeouts left. Obviously, the clock stops at 2. But a good job there by Bobo making the catch and getting out of bounds.
Smith out to his right.
Got room.
Flag on the play, and Gino out of bounds with a 1st and goal at the 7. And it's a hold against Detroit. That play will stand. An 11-yard scamper by Geno Smith, who's had a really nice night tonight.
Holding, defense number 0. The 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
So another penalty for Terrion Arnold. Guilty of a defensive hold. That moves the ball down inside the 5. As he grabbed a hold of Jake Bobo and took him to the ground.
You just see it too many times. I mean, it's just got to get cleaned up. It's been happening every single week. It's happened a few times already tonight, but he's got to clean that up.
1st and goal from just outside the 3. Smith. That one is batted down, and he had Lockett. Aleem McNeil got his hand on it, and at least in my estimation, may have saved a touchdown.
Oh, he absolutely did. It's a good job by Lockett. You're going to see him as he comes across the field, and he pushes up, and then he comes flat, and he definitely had 4 steps. You got big Aleem McNeil. He's dropping underneath it. That's why they put those guys there.
6'2", 315. 2nd and goal. End zone nearly picked by Anzalone with Smith and Jigba the target. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, I just don't think Gino saw Anzalone at all, and Anzalone can't believe it. I mean, that thing's coming pretty hot on him, but he was kind of hunkered down. He's waiting on it, and then he's going to make a play. Gino didn't see him. Otherwise, he just lays that. He had a chance.
3rd down and goal.
Metcalf with a lot of field to the bottom.
Instead, Smith rolls right. Now looking for Metcalf, and incomplete, nearly picked. And Metcalf had to play defense on Carlton Davis. And it's 4th and goal.
You know, his split was so tight at the snap of the ball. Gino just throwing it up. Yeah, he's playing defense on Carlton Davis. But his split was so tight, there was nobody else to the left of the field that I really thought, gosh, if he just pushes like he's going to go across the field and then back to the corner, he had the whole field to beat his man.
Any chance for Seattle rests on this.
This is it.
Play clock is at 1. And the ball snapped. Gino wasn't looking for it. End zone for Lockett, incomplete. And the Seahawks turn it over on downs. Instead of having to take a timeout with a stopped clock, the ball was snapped by Connor Williams. Somehow Geno Smith caught it and then threw incomplete for Lockett.
Well, I don't know if Connor Williams just saw the play clock, but the silent count, Anthony Bradford, the right guard, would be the one who gives him the Bradford would be the guy who taps him and lets him know that Geno wants the ball, but Bradford, he hadn't even given him the signal yet, and Connor Williams, I think he just saw that the clock was going down and snapped it.
And now Detroit takes over with 2:09 left. 2 timeouts for Seattle. Hand off to Montgomery, who just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout with 2:05 to go. And now 1 timeout left for Seattle. Here's that play on 4th and goal. Smith is still looking basically out to his right. Play clock was at 1, and everybody's just standing there. So the snap caught really everybody off guard, and Lockett was the target in the end, and he and Geno Smith could not connect.
Yeah, that's a disappointing way to end that drive without even really an opportunity to execute the play that was called.
Well, it's another high-scoring affair as Goff is just able to get out of the end zone. Wow. And Draymond Jones almost came up with a safety.
I think he knew that with the 2-minute warning they had a free play, so they're going to take a deep shot and try to hit a home run, and it almost backfired on him. He barely gets the ball out of the end zone.
What a job by Goff. And Goff just shaking his head. 1:57 left. 3rd and 13 with 1 timeout remaining for Seattle. 15-point game.
You guys are making this work.
With Bud Light, it's easy to watch NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV.
Right? It's not for everybody, right? Marriage is not for everybody, but
Visit BudLight.com for a chance to win.
I'm so happy, right? Everybody, cheers.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want, too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza, or pizzas, this week only at Domino's.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th with exclusive savings just for Prime members. You'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday to 6.
Target
deal.
Circle Week,
Sunday to
1
6.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Oh, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season. So get Allstate, save money on auto insurance, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
Check out Mahomes scrambling into T-Mobile to get the new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence. Cuz holding it up like a baby lion. Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
I'm Scott Van Pelt. Coming up on the Monday Night Post Game presented by Nationwide over on ESPN. We'll break down the key moments from this game with Joe and Troy. That might take a while. We'll hear from Coach Campbell, Mike McDonald. We're going to take you inside the winning locker room as well. All that and more is on the way. Joe, Troy.
Scott, thank you. Here's the call from Alex Kemp.
The ruling on the field has been changed to a safety. It's 2 points for Seattle. Detroit will kick off.
This makes it a 13-point game as they will change this after looking at it to a safety. Draymond Jones made the play. The ball comes out, but then when he goes down, Russell Yerk, it's on the goal line.
Correct. He doesn't get forward progress because you can see his body continues going forward. So it's a down by contact point that we're looking at, and when that forearm is down, part of the ball is over the white, over the goal line. It's a safety by rule. I like this change.
Well, it's really Detroit trying to do a little bit too much. They knew that with 2:05, they had a free play because they're going to have to stop the clock anyway at the 2-minute warning. So they're going to take a shot, and they're going to get Tim Patrick going across on the deep crosser as Amon-Ra St. Brown hooks up in the middle. They've got him, but you have to block him and all that. What they get out of that if they were to hit it, I'm not real sure, but instead, it's a safety, but that was the logic or the thinking anyway of what Ben Johnson and company were trying to do offensively for Detroit.
And it happens on the other side of the 2-minute warning, so now they put time back on the clock. There's 2:01 on the clock, and we'll have the free kick. The dynamic free kick.
Yes. Let's see how this works out.
It will be returned by D. Williams. And he's got the far sideline. Flag on the play as Jake Bates makes the tackle on Detroit's side of the 50. But
during the return, holding, receiving team number 83. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Derek Young is guilty of the hold, so that big return is eliminated right there on the edge, as he's got a hold of Craig Reynolds. All right, so now a minute 54 remaining. A timeout on the board for Seattle, but they're down 13. It's been a big night for Geno Smith. Career highs in completions, attempts, yardage. Here's Metcalf adding to those totals. And he hops out of bounds with a minute 48 remaining and a gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. As Detroit, obviously, they're going to try to, although I've seen Aaron Glenn still come up and play some tight man coverage with a 2-possession lead, but Carlton Davis is out there playing soft and just giving up some underneath throws, or the intermediate throw anyway. Just not wanting to give up anything big down the field.
DK Metcalf now the first Seahawk receiver ever with 100-yard games in 3 straight outings. Here is Smith taking off, fakes the toss, gets the first down, clock runs with a minute 35 to go. 13-point game. Another high-scoring affair between Seattle and Detroit. Detroit going into their bye week next. This one is thrown out of bounds. Meanwhile, Seattle had won 6 straight head-to-head meetings with the Lions. And head coach Dan Campbell said before this game, if you think I'm not aware that we've lost to Seattle in 3 straight years, you're wrong. I am. And here they are leading by 13 with a minute 16 to go. There's the Seahawks' upcoming schedule. Giants, 49ers at the Falcons. 2 home games. This is the first of 3 games over 11 days for Seattle. And Detroit's going into their bye week. Pressure on the edge. And a flag on the coverage. Another one on Terrion Arnold, covering Bobo.
Well, they got to put mittens on him in practice just so he can't grab. They got to do something. It's his first move.
Defense number 0. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
That's his first move. Whenever he starts to feel threatened, you're gonna see as Bobo comes up the field and he gets a little out of position, then he grabs.
It's his 3rd penalty tonight, Arnold. 2 holds and a pass interference, and he's up to 8 penalties on the year, including 5 pass interference calls. All of these penalties tonight in the second half. So a first down with a minute 11 to go at the 35. Geno Smith for Lockett, incomplete.
Well, you mentioned now we got a man down.
Onwuzurike delivered a hit on Geno Smith.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 91. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
And that's the body weight call on Onwuzurike. And Geno Smith was slow to get up after that.
Onwuzurike, he's doing a little acting at the end of this as well. As the offensive lineman, Connor Williams, Bradford takes exception to it.
And Geno is up, moving around. Okay, that is the 9th penalty on the Lions defense in this game. because Geno Smith was injured by the foul, he's allowed to stay in the game. He does not have to come out. And he's able to continue, even though the officials are not set here yet.
The trainers came out for Detroit, number 91. That's an injury under 2 minutes. Detroit is charged with their first timeout.
And on top of that, Detroit is charged with a timeout because of the injury on Onwuzurike on the hit he delivered inside of 2 minutes. It's first down at the 20. All career highs for Smith, but all he cares about is that score. 13-point game. End zone and intercepted by Kirby Joseph. His third of the year. And that will end that.
Well, they bring 6 guys on the rush. Kirby Joseph's just going to play center field, and he's underneath the throw to make a play.
Let's make sure he maintained control of the ball all the way to the ground.
His hands under it. Boy, how about that catch?
That's amazing by Kirby Joseph.
That's really good. And you talked about him earlier. He's been really good for them this year. That's a heck of a play to wrap this game up. Wow.
He had one in week 1. He had one last week and one tonight, which, if it stands, and it looks to us like it will, it was close. Hand was under it. Will end the night.
He's got more interceptions than he does receptions that he's given up.
I'll give you one on those lines. Jared Goff has more touchdown catches in this game than incompletions. One touchdown catch.
What a game.
No incompletions, and the quarterback play tonight was sensational.
Yeah, and as a former quarterback, I really enjoyed watching both these guys. Jared Goff was fantastic. Geno Smith with a lot of pressure. Talked about the bye that Detroit is going to have. Normally you don't like it coming up this soon in week 5, but for this team, they're pretty banged up. I think it comes at a good time for them. And you know, Mike McDonald's building something. In this second half, he's not going to be happy with the way the defense played overall, but they'll grow from this. And I thought they had a good showing, and they're 3-1 and still alive and well.
Yeah, both teams are going to walk out of here 3-1. Goff 18 of 18, 292, 2 touchdowns, a touchdown catch, and a career-high passer rating of 155.8. Geno Smith, all career highs, 37 of 53, 374. But in the end, the Lions get the win, and they snap a 6-game losing streak head-to-head to the Seattle Seahawks, and a lot of respect between Geno and Jared.
If Jared Goff doesn't have a perfect quarterback rating, what does it take? Tonight was about as perfect as you can get.
It's a really good question, and I wish I had an answer. The safety, did that take away from?
Nope.
By the way, the final numbers for Goff on play action, and he got that great run game. 12 of 12 for 229 and a touchdown. Let's send it down to Lisa Salters. Lisa.
Jared, at what point